tonight, we've got beer. Of course. We've got trivia. We've got picks. We've got a hot topic. We haven't done that in a while. And we've got every game in the NFL Divisional Round. There's only 4 of those. So that shouldn't take too long. Plus the national championship game. I'm JT. We are the 50,000-watt voice of the numbers guys. This show, guess what? It's BS.
Are you guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
hell yeah.
Ready, dope. All right, let's do it.
This is the 50,000-watt voice of the numbers guys in
The Motor City.
And now, live from Studio 8B, it's time to BS with the guys.
Hey, what is going on, Numbers Nation? Yeah, if you're seeing us on YouTube, man, it's so great to be with you. And if you're catching us live, cracking beers, doing some manly shit tonight, baby. Got fire department shirts on, we're cracking beers. This is a manly show, baby.
The man show.
Man show. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, if you're joining us live, please feel free to chime in the chat. Say hello to us. We'd love to do that. Already in the chat, without even asking tonight, it's our boy Q-Dub.
Unsolicited chat.
Unsolicited chat.
I like those.
He says, you know what he says?
Go Tigers?
Yo.
No,
Yo,
go Lions.
yo. He says, yo. He's like the modern day Fonz, this guy.
Question for Quentin. I know we haven't gotten started here yet, but since you're reading off the... can you ask Quentin if he's a Kansas City Chiefs fan?
Quentin, question for you, courtesy of your uncle.
Quick question.
Are you a Kansas City Chiefs fan, or is he already gone? Maybe he just types "yo" and then he leaves. That could be too. But we're gonna find out. But anyway, what I was gonna say, folks, if you would join us in the chat, that would be awesome. We'd love to interact with you that way. Or if you're more comfortable, if you'd feel like you'd rather text us instead, you can certainly do that. That number hasn't changed. It's still 586. No, I'm sorry. It's 864-548-3007. And listen, guys at home and girls at home. Oh, well, Q-Dub says nope. He did respond there.
Okay.
Hard pass.
Yeah, not a Chiefs fan. He says no, he's not. What was I saying? Oh, you know what I would like more than anything to start the new year off right? Give this video, if we provide you any sort of value, just give it a thumbs up. Looks like this, a thumb. That means you like it, and or your subscription to the numbers guys. Man, that would be bigly appreciated by all parties involved. And now with me, folks, as is the case almost every week for the entire hour, we're so lucky, we're blessed. My boy, in the LAFD shirt, D-Dub. What's going on, D-Dub?
Hey, Happy New Year!
Hey!
Did you make any New Year's resolutions, Jimmy?
No, I didn't. How about you?
This is usually when they're busted by most Americans by now.
What's it? Isn't there a term for that?
Yeah.
When everybody stops going to the gym and...
It's like third week in January, all the resolutions.
Yeah. Is that quit week or something like that? I think it is.
Old Anxiles?
I don't know. What is that, Canadian?
I don't know what that is. It's a song, right?
Might be.
Old Anxiety?
Old Lang Syne.
Yeah. You want to hum a few bars?
Acquaintances be forgot.
That's that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's really Old Anxiety. It's like
Old Lang Syne.
or something like that.
I had to sing that song
AULD.
in a fifth grade play, so I kind of have a little familiar.
What was the play about where you would sing that song?
It was like a New Year's play.
I think somebody stretched out my headphones here. Things are falling off.
After you leave, I sit there and listen to music.
I don't like that.
In that spot. Like
I don't like that at all.
Me and Rich, we take turns stretching out your headphones. Oh, your fucking head's not exactly, it doesn't have small circumference.
What?
You got kind of a bulbous head.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. I guess. Got a haircut too, didn't you?
Yes.
Looks
Fresh
good.
cut.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're looking
I
sharp.
Ready for the big season for you coming up, yeah?
I call this my funeral cut,
The funeral cut.
just in case.
Just, you never know.
In case you don't make it.
All right. And next to you, D-Dub, also wearing the LAFD hoodie. It's our, he wasn't here last week for some of the fun and some of the technical difficulties we might have had last week.
I heard about some.
We shop at the same place.
Yeah. It's our boy Toads. Toads, what's
Yo,
going
yo,
on,
yo.
Toads? How are you?
Yeah, back in the saddle here.
Giddy up.
Yeah, big week. Big weekend coming up for locally here and all football fans in general. So
All the way around.
I'm a little sad about my buddy Euchre there.
Sad.
My favorite Mr. Belvedere character.
Yeah, that was a good show.
What? I missed something?
Bob Euchre, resting
He
peacefully.
passed on.
Oh, man. That sucks. That
Yep.
sucks. Major League,
Major League.
amongst other
Mr.
things.
Brewer. You're a big Brewers fan.
Yeah.
Mr. Brewer.
Yeah. How many years did he call games?
It's like 51, 50.
He just got
51,
to or something 50 something.
yeah.
No, I did not see
90
that.
years young.
That was 90. He had to be up there.
Yeah. You're the
God
biggest
bless him.
Brewers fan I know, so
I'm probably the only Brewers fan you know. Yeah. And I just like him because the connotations they have to do with beer.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't really care about baseball.
It's quite the character. He's,
Kind of what I always assumed.
Yeah.
But now that you've actually said it,
I think him and Harry Carey were the biggest characters in baseball, probably, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that.
there was another guy in Chicago, I guess, called before Harry Carey, because I think Harry Carey was in St. Louis
Oh, okay.
prior to like WGN days or whatever.
Oh, he moved later on.
Yeah, there was another guy named Jack. Jack
Fishing?
Brickhouse or something like that.
Oh, okay.
You didn't? Didn't Marianne, my mother-in-law, tell you that story?
I don't think so.
They were my mother-in-law and my father-in-law lived in Chicago when they first met, and they were in their mid-20s or whatever, and so they would go out quite a bit and drink and whatnot, party.
Yeah.
And they were at a bar, and my father-in-law, his name is Jack. I think
That's
I already
correct.
mentioned that.
Yeah.
They were in the same bar as this Jack. Let's call him Brickhouse. Jack Brickhouse, this famous announcer. He was. I know also like Harry Carey was known to be a boozer.
Oh, yeah.
So
I think he drank during the broadcast. probably.
my father-in-law's one of his best buddies was Jack Hill. Okay.
So there's 3 Jacks in the story right now. Is that
Three
correct?
His buddy, my mother-in-law, and this other Jack, his buddy's wife or whatever.
Okay.
So they're hanging out there, and all night they keep saying, "Hey, Jack!" And this Jack Brickhouse is, sitting at the next table over. So all night they're saying, "Hey, Jack!" And this other Jack keeps turning around. What?
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. And then they get in a fist fight or anything?
I don't
after?
know if it ended in a fist fight or not, but
That would have been a great story. Had it
Yeah.
ended in a fist fight or somebody pulled a knife or something.
yeah.
Shame.
In Wrigleyville.
We'll have to
and-
get Jack on the show for that.
We will.
So he can talk about his boat.
He has that boat. Jack's off fishing. Yeah, I remember these
Jack's off
things.
fishing.
I pay attention sometimes. And next to Tones.
We have an empty chair.
Oh, geez. Rich said he's coming. He's coming late. It's tough. He's got now his oldest daughter.
Is it that volleyball related?
Well, she's old enough to drive.
She does drive, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
She's I want to say she's an 18-year-old.
That's Lauren.
19.
Yeah, 19.
Legal
to
Rachel's
drink
not
in
old
Canada.
enough to.
Rachel's younger.
Rachel is my son's age.
Yeah, not old enough to drive quite yet, right? Almost.
No.
Yeah.
Not old enough to drink and drive either.
No, well, you're never too young. You're never too young. Anyway, Rich will be here shortly. In the Rich has the beer.
Oh, dear.
So, we're going to cut ahead and we're going to do the bourbon. So
Yeah,
that's what
well,
we're going to do. All right, here we go. Let's get
yes.
started. A little segment we
Bourbon
start
first.
every show off with called Libation Exploration.
Tasty beers or fine bourbons for our face holes to try. It's libation exploration with the numbers guys.
And we're back in Studio 8B. Man, that's a good song.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the CD to come out.
I love that
It's
song.
a catchy tune.
It is. I like the bass line. It's like, you catch that?
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was either Stanley Clark or
Who's the guy from Rush?
Getty Lee.
Getty Lee. It might have been Getty Lee.
Yeah, or who's the guy that played Chuck Rainey?
He's good.
He played. I think he played on Peg.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Love that guy.
he's great. I think. Now you're gonna have to look me up on this one. I think Chuck Rainey also played bass. I don't know why we're talking about this. I think Chuck Rainey also played bass on The Street Beater, which was Quincy Jones, which was the theme from Sanford and Son.
Wow.
I think.
With Quincy Jones, it was.
What,
Yeah.
was
yeah.
he also in Toto?
No.
Because I know the guy from Toto wrote. He wrote that Human Nature song by Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It was like something that was buried on a tape that he gave Quincy Jones.
I thought like Toto basically played almost all of Thriller, right?
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Him and Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah. Well, Eddie had that one spot on Beat It. That was about it. Yeah. Yeah, interesting.
Totally.
But you know, while we're waiting for Rich, so I'm listening to the theme from Sanford and Son today.
It's a classic.
That's a great song. I listened to it 4 times on the way over to the studio
That's
today.
a great
As- in succession, because I love that song so much.
It's great.
And I'm like, God damn, that bass player sounds like Chuck Rainey. Didn't he play on Peg? And I'm singing, and I start singing to myself, Peg, it will come. And I'm kind of like singing it. Next song that comes on is fucking Peg.
Well, they're listening.
They have to be listening.
Somebody's
I
listening.
couldn't believe it.
They're dialed in.
I almost,
What
yeah. Anyway.
a great show.
I heard
That was
Quincy
good.
Jones say that there was a mistake in that song. The bass, I don't know if it was the bass player or whoever made a mistake in that song and they knew it. And he's like, no, man, that's the song.
Oh, they just rolled with it. They said it.
Supposedly Quincy Jones was a good guy. Like
Yeah.
in the studio.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that video with him with Lionel Richie and
We Are the World with.
he was talking to Dylan and
I was
Dylan,
gonna watch that. There was like a thing on Netflix about the making of that song.
Dylan was singing real flimsy, like weak, like the way he sort of muddles. And Quincy's like, man, I love it. That was great. That was perfect. Even more so, even more. But that was beautiful what you did. This guy, I'll go sing for that guy.
Yeah.
I'll sing it through a wall for that guy.
Sure,
Quincy?
I'd sing in the shower for Quincy. And his daughter really became something on the show The Office.
Yes. What's her name again?
Rashida?
Gwen. Oh yeah.
Is it? Rashida?
Yeah, that's right.
That was
Sheeta
Quincy's daughter. Okay.
adopted.
Oh, I don't know if it's adopted or not.
Because Lionel Richie's daughter is that Nicole Richie,
He can't slow down.
but she's adopted, I do believe.
Oh, is
Don't
she?
want anybody to think me bad, but I'm pretty sure
Oh,
she's
she-
adopted.
Okay.
You're Nicole Richie?
Yeah.
Looks like a fish. Nicole Fishy? Looks a little fish-like to me.
Wow, now you're gonna get us. That could be libelous.
Yeah, we're gonna
No,
get
that's my opinion. I'm not saying she is a fish. I'm saying she just kind of looks like a fish to me.
we're gonna get some negative feedback here.
I don't want that. I don't want any negative. I'm only positive, guys.
Yeah, where is Rich tonight? Yeah, I thought he'd be here by now.
Rich is
What else do I talk about?
Bam.
Talk about Quincy
family.
Jones?
He's a family man, and I think he's taking care of
Let's check out our bourbon.
family.
All right, let's drink some
obligations.
bourbon. This bourbon,
You guys are in for a treat.
yeah, we're in for a real treat, eh? Okay, this is courtesy of you, D-Dub.
Yeah.
Tell us about this. It's called
This
Long
is
Branch.
a bourbon from Kentucky,
Kentucky.
and it's oak and Texas mesquite charcoal refined,
Okay.
and
Oh yeah.
Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey.
Shall I put it up here on the screen for you?
Well, sure.
It says Wonder What If Wild Turkey Long Branch. So it's a Wild Turkey branded bourbon.
Yes, I think it's like the next
the
step
product
up
here.
because there's a Wild Turkey like 80 proof, and then there's a Wild Turkey 101. That seems to be the one that people really
The 101's a
flock to.
little. They do flock to
That
it.
was the one that that
read
was. Did you ever read that book, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
I never did. No, I saw the movie.
That guy that wrote that book.
Yeah,
What's his name
can't
again?
think of his name right now. It's escaping me.
That was the bourbon that he wrote about in that.
I'm on bass players tonight. That's all I got in my brain.
Okay.
Yeah.
So somebody was drinking it in the book.
Drinking it in the book, yep, and that was his favorite bourbon. It would be much better story if I had at least his name.
Oh, what year was this? Book
Oh shit! What is his name?
It was
Begins
in
with Hunter S. Thompson.
Hunter H. Thompson.
I think it's S.
Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah, Hunter S. Thompson.
He's good too. Do you know Dakota Johnson?
Don Johnson's
I
daughter.
believe that's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah, I think so.
I saw this. You ever watch Architectural Digest Open Door? It's
No, I
a
have
video
not.
series on YouTube.
Okay.
And she's on there and she points to a picture of Hunter S. Thompson. And she says, that was my dad's best friend. He didn't
That's
have no
weird.
white suit on or nothing, but
No.
That's a
I
weird
thought Tubbs
circle,
was his
isn't it?
best friend all these years.
Tubbs, who I always mistaked as a kid for Bryant Gumbel.
Oh, he kind of looks like Brian Gumbel
Yeah.
a little bit. Yeah, you're right.
Similar.
And then I would mistake him for Elton from Cosby Show.
Was that the one that was dating?
Sadra.
Yeah.
yeah.
I could see that too. Yeah, good observations there. All right. Well, this one is. It says it's got a vanilla aroma.
I don't smell that.
I'm not feeling the vanilla.
What's interesting here? Hey, he made it. Hey,
There's
he
that-
brought
the
the
rich-
shirt up anyway.
I think he dropped a beer on the way
He
up.
might have. What's going on, Richie? Thanks, buddy. Let's see. We got.
Thank you.
Cheers.
What did I say? Vanilla aroma. The taste is going to be floral with honeysuckle, caramel, prunes. Does anybody know what prunes?
I taste the
Last
prunes
time you had
for
a prune
sure.
taste of prunes?
I'll let you know in a couple hours.
Pear.
On the way out.
See, it has the same effect on you, Towns. With a slight citrus hint.
I get that, sure.
The citrus? I get the citrus. And vanilla, not so much. Citrus.
It's like citrus is being squirted right,
somebody's burning.
right into your eye.
It's burning.
So this is what my brother Dale, you may remember from past Numbers Guys
Yeah,
shows.
he's been on the show before.
He and I were together on Christmas, and we were drinking this.
I thought you guys don't get together on Christmas.
We do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yep. And so we I bought this especially for Christmas Day, and we decided to have one,
Okay.
and we both had the same sort of reaction, and it's that the burn is not in the traditional place on the backside, on the back end of it. The burn is right up there up front as soon as it gets into your mouth.
It's like bam.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. It's a frontal burn.
Do you get it too?
Full frontal burn.
Yeah.
I do get it.
And then
Yeah.
it tails off, right?
Yeah, tails off.
Why would you have... How could they adjust the burn timing?
I don't know. It's not bad after you swallow it.
Just
But-
the burn timing.
What's going on, Rich?
Hey, what's up, fellas?
How you doing,
Cheers.
man? Cheers to you, pal.
Cheers.
Nice to see you.
I actually cut 5 minutes off my time. Sorry about that.
That's okay. It's all right. Don't
Hopefully you
worry.
cut a few people off on the way
Couple
here.
reds, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, we did good. How's the driving out there? We got some snow here in Metro Detroit.
There was a couple accidents. I think it sent me a different way today than my usual way. So
Gotcha. Well, it's a
that
pleasure seeing you.
roundabout over there on 18 and a half had it was like shut down.
Ooh.
Oh, I watched some asshole like drive through the roundabout one time.
Sometimes you just go over it.
That's I guess.
What, you mean like
quickest
through
route.
the median part?
Yeah, just
It's the quickest. You know,
he must have been going that way for years and didn't know the roundabout
like-
was there. He's like,
it's like
went
F it.
straight.
He's like, I got
Yeah.
grandfathered into straight away.
Right,
so-
straight over, grandfathered in.
That one in downtown Lake Orion, you could do that on the way out of town to Orion Road.
Oh yeah, that one's small. That one's a small one.
First one, what was the first roundabout you guys ever saw? Like Michigan State, I remember. That was the first time I ever came across one on campus there.
Michigan
Van
State
Dyke and
probably.
what's the one by the freeway there?
That's
I think was
probably-
the first one.
That's
I
the one
remember.
you
Oh, the
say.
18 and a half. Yeah, that one's 2 lanes too. So that messes up people.
Yes.
That's a little much when there's when,
Out by,
when
out
both
in
lanes
Wall
are
Lake.
loaded.
Yeah, on Wall Lake they actually have one that's like 3 lanes, and that
Ooh.
one is
That'll
tough.
screw you.
I was like near Commerce, and there was like
Yeah, that one.
back to back to back. Like
That's
what the frick,
Okay,
dude?
yeah, same area.
Yeah, I
for
was
sure.
like, what the frick is this?
That's how Baldwin Road is. If you get off the freeway and head towards me, and you're driving down Baldwin, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before you get to my house.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a little obnoxious.
Stupid.
So you just go right throh.
I just go over them. I
think
usually
so- I
use
think
my
so.
helicopter anyway.
I think they
don't
can
drive.
overdo it with the roundabouts. You know, it's like there's an
Right.
over usage of
It,
them.
it
so-
does improve the flow of traffic. I thought those things were stupid. You know, when I
I would
first.
say they certainly do.
Yeah, they really do.
But I know what Tones is saying. Sometimes it's like they just start putting them in for fun.
Yeah, it's like, hey, this
Funsies.
they're like playing Sim City, and they're like, let's throw some more roundabouts.
All right, back to the bourbon.
What are we drinking here, guys?
This is Long Branch.
I heard this is like one of the better ones. I've never had this one before.
Well, we'll leave it up to you to decide.
Yeah. D-Dub and Daryl concluded that, I'm sorry, Dale Dub and D-Dub concluded that the burn is on the front on this. And while you're sipping this, Rich, Realtor Lauren's in the house. What up, Realtor Lauren? She
Not
says,
feeling well today.
nice hoodies. No, you're not feeling well, Realtor
Oh,
Lauren.
no
Sorry to hear
bother. Shout out, Lauren.
Yeah, shout out early. Yeah, thanks for the compliment on the hoodies, though.
Get
And
well.
then Big D, who was here last week, who, upon watching back, like I don't catch a lot because I'm over here like pushing buttons and thinking about what we're going to do next. He was pretty funny, making a lot of jokes about T-Pain buying a drink because he has that song.
T-Pain.
Yeah, T-Pain. I didn't catch it, but it was funny.
very funny.
Yeah. So how you doing, buddy? Also, I know Dom wasn't feeling well over the weekend.
Jeez.
Yeah, and
Was
he's-
the whole family passing shit around?
everybody was sick. He says that Baldwin's roundabouts suck.
Oh, Jesus. It's not that kind of show. Keep it clean.
Keep
all
it
right?
clean. Keep it clean. All right, I've had a taste to or a chance to taste this. Mm-hmm. What?
I think it's delicious. It is a little odd. I agree that if there is a burn, it is like in the front, like I heard you guys saying, which is different. But I like it overall. It's like smooth tasting. What did you say? Did I hear vanilla? When I was
Vanilla,
watching it?
citrus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love
Olive?
vanilla.
olives,
Prunes?
pear, prune,
I don't.
cardamom.
I'm not
You
catching
lose
the.
me when they start throwing that stuff in there.
I'm not catching the vanilla.
You're not getting. You're getting the hints of leather tones. No. Tobacco.
I don't know
You
what
don't
that-
feel that.
Ashes.
That's slightly.
There's
ashy.
nothing clear coming through in the taste. You know,
I'm not usually good at picking up notes and stuff, but I mean, I could smell vanilla.
it's not a
just in
bad
this one.
combo. It's just I don't. Those specific things I'm not
A little bit of felt in the front. Get that
Right.
felt.
pleathered.
It's like coffee beans when they're like, it's got a plum taste. No.
No, it tastes like coffee. Coffee. All I taste is coffee. I'm not that smart.
It's not bad. It's drinkable. I'm gonna do a 3.6 on this one.
Yeah, once you get past the initial burn, it's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, I could drink this for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm with Tones. Like, I don't know, 3.5.
I enjoy it. I'm gonna go 4 or 4.
Oh wow.
I think it's good. What's this? What are we talking? Where are we at? Mid shelf here? About $50?
Probably 35 to 40.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I paid about that for that Makers. that
Really?
night. Maybe it was $40.
Yeah. The
So I wonder how it
the
compares.
Maker's 46 is about 40. The regular Makers is 30.
Okay, yeah, the whatever that
Well, it
one
used
was
to be. I
that we
don't
had
know.
last time.
Maybe it changed a couple dollars this year. I have no idea.
You're right. The burn's in the front. I don't know why that happened. But once that burn goes away, I get. I can taste.
So do you
pear.
prefer
Do you taste
burn in
pear?
the back or the front?
Well, normally the bird is in the back. It's like you drink it and then you, depending on what you have, you go see the doctor. You take some antibiotics
I'm
and
not
then
sure.
the burn.
I'm gonna have to think about that
goes
answer
away.
for a little bit.
Yeah, you were the last one at Queens, Rich. You tell me where the bird's at.
Oh, yeah.
That's a clean burn there.
Clean burn. It is. It's a clean burn. I'm stupid. That's good. 4-1.
Okay.
I think it's pretty tasty. I get the pear. Do you get the pear?
A pear?
Yeah, you taste a little pear.
I don't know.
Not sure about prune, but I get pear.
I don't know that
I
I've
love
ever
pears.
had a pear before.
Kind of ironic. We're watching Longwood University and drinking Long Branch.
That is.
Yeah.
I wonder why we're
Longwood.
A
watching
lot of
this.
long
Branch.
going on around here.
I don't know much about Longwood other than that Michigan State center had transferred to MSU from
Where are they
Longwood.
from? Where's High Point and Long?
High Point's in North Carolina.
Oh, I thought Longwood might be out in California, but that's probably not right. It's big South
I'm thinking,
country. So.
yeah, this is like the Big South Conference or whatever. You're right. Sky, maybe big. No, not big.
Yeah.
Sky?
But
Initially,
no,
he
that's
was
all.
at Utah State, and then he went to Longwood, and now he's at Michigan State.
The guy that's doing really good. The got the foreign name or
The
whatever.
Polish fella, yeah.
He's from Longwood.
He
Oh,
he
I
was
thought
at
he
Long-
was from Omaha, Nebraska.
No,
Omaha.
that's the guy that had a good night last
Figaro?
night. Fiddler,
Figaro.
Frankie Fiddler. Is this interesting, Jimmy?
This is pretty interesting. I'm going to say, Dom says, consider yourself lucky, Tones, that you didn't have to endure the ass juice for libation that we had last week.
We'll probably pass
I don't know
on
what he's
that.
talking
No,
about.
actually, Don, we have another bourbon barrel ale coming up. So
Uh-oh.
So what did he not
Might
like?
have some
Was
more
it the
ass
beer
juice
or
coming.
was it?
He didn't like the beer.
It was
That's
ass
all we had
juice.
we had beer.
it was it was like a bourbon. It's gonna be like this a little bit, but the flavors were a little goofy, like Earl Grey or something like that.
Yeah, it was T-Pain, Earl Grey tea.
Earl Grey.
Yeah,
But you
I
two
like
actually,
Earl-
you two
Earl
really
Grey.
liked it. I believe.
I thought it was
right?
good.
I thought
You
it was
think?
very good.
Yeah,
It was
good.
And I did not.
did not.
I'm
Like it.
gonna be curious what you think about this one though, because it's got more of a better
Let's try this.
flavor.
Let's try
flavor
this, baby.
profile.
All right, let's do this. This is courtesy of Rich. This
Right,
is
yeah.
this is Founders KBS. Founders KBS, which has been around for a while. In fact, I think,
Espresso. I might like this.
I'm not positive, but I think Plumber to the Stars may have referenced this at some point here.
I believe you're right.
Yeah.
If he's out there, can he comment on that?
If you're out there, Plumber, he's probably plumbing things. But this is the chocolate espresso variant. I've never had this. An imperial stout aged
Now
in.
that there alone is shocking.
I've never had it.
Yes.
that is pretty shocking.
You never had a Founder's beer? I thought you
never
tried.
had
I've had a lot of Founders beers. This is what it looks like right here. KBS is delicious.
Yeah, so
Whoa, 12%.
I think this is a new flavor this year. I've never seen it before. Maybe it's a year or two old, but I know I don't know if it's still a big thing, but like when their new flavors would run out, like these things would sell out in a second. Like you run to the store and they have a whole thing set up, and I mean, people are just a lot of collectors take these and they keep them for a couple years in their basement and they get together like so it's supposed to be good. And I've tried other ones. I have not tried this flavor yet, so I'm curious on how this one's going to be.
Well, I'll tell you.
But it's going to be strong. It's going to have that 12% kick to it. Then I can guarantee that.
Ooh, you can tell. That's
There
a
you go.
thick smell.
That's nice and dark.
That is.
Nice and mortar
That looks like an
oily.
espresso.
Yeah.
Anthony, what do you smell there? Is that Chinese food of some sort?
Soy sauce.
Yeah.
Soy sauce, baby. It's soy sauce.
Wonton.
I know you've had a couple of those days where you couldn't get out of the house and you drank your dry, as you've been known to say, and you turned to the soy sauce to get a little.
A little kick.
This is
That's never happened. I don't like soy sauce.
wake up juice.
Pretty salty.
It is. I like salty, but I don't like soy sauce.
Really?
I,
Yeah.
How
I'm
about
not a
anchovies?
soy sauce fan. Nope.
I don't like anchovies standalone, but I like Caesar dressing.
Okay.
On a pizza, they're okay.
You talking,
Oh, you've had them on a pizza? Well, yeah,
Anchovies.
you're real Italian.
Yeah.
You talking Worcestershire?
No, that's a different animal.
I don't do that.
That's
They-
dark though.
That one uses the anchovy, I
Wow.
believe, as a main ingredient.
This smells stiff.
No, this is good. This is way better than last week's, but it's still got that.
The taste is better than the,
It's got that.
the taste is better than the smell.
I think it is soy sauce.
I like soy sauce.
There is an element of soy sauce here, but I don't know. Again, maybe it's because you said it that I'm tasting it. You know how that happens sometimes?
Yeah.
Mind over matter.
Yeah. It doesn't say soy sauce on the
tastes a
list
little-
here.
It tastes a little coffee.
Pairs well with sushi.
Right. It's
So does this have caffeine too?
dark
Is this
espresso
They
coffee.
could. It very
Smooth
well
chocolate.
might.
How
Vanilla.
much caffeine? 100 milligrams? What do we got there?
Is there caffeine in this?
There's gotta be.
There's got to
It's
be, right?
espresso.
It doesn't say that.
I think that you lose that in the brewing process, possibly, unless they're intentionally.
Symphony of rich chocolates and bold
Hey,
exquisite.
Before we close the book on that bourbon, before we pound the gavel, is the ABV. What is ABV is my question.
86%. It's 80. It's 43% alcohol, so that's what 86 proof.
86 proof. Okay.
What I did there was I doubled it.
That's the way you do it.
Why do we
that
go
right?
off proof? Anybody know that?
In Britain, I don't think they do. I think they just go.
Well, no, they don't. Everybody does everything right outside the United
Why do
States.
they add math to the equation? Why don't they just pick a number?
I know. I don't understand the proof
Why do you
part.
have to have alcohol and then proof? Why isn't it just one number?
Obviously, you can have up to 100% alcohol.
That's bad. That could be
Couldn't drink
ether,
that.
I think, right?
What was
highly
Everclear?
flammable.
What was the Everclear back? What was that, like 172 proof or something like that?
Or 180, something like that. Something like that.
Something
You,
like-
you
it's
got
up there.
the
It's 180.
151 rum.
Yes, where
I
our
almost
buddy
died in
threw
that
threw that right
In
back
high
up.
school, I almost killed myself on that stuff.
And I was yelled at by Lattice's sister,
That's
bringing 151 to the house.
I don't want to keep talking about my father-in-law, but he once told me, why he was drinking 151 was because it's more bang for your buck.
There you
He's
go.
smart.
It's a rum too, which is odd.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. You wouldn't think a rum would be.
Now, Everclear, that's like drinking gas. You might as well just go put the
Oh,
gasoline
we
thing
did
in
shots
your...
of that stuff. That's so brutal. Oh my god.
You put that in a garbage bag with some cut-up fruit, and you let that ferment, Jimmy.
Bad idea. Bad idea, jeans. Okay. Let's talk about the beer now, huh? I like the beer.
Let's do it.
I like the beer. I like the beer.
It's decently smooth for 12%.
You like coffee, right, Tones?
I do.
Yeah.
I
Very
love
strong
espresso. I love chocolate.
aftertaste is very, like, got a good coffee kick to it.
Yeah, nice
You know?
smooth. It's not bad.
No, I think last week this would have been. If we brought out last week's beer, I don't know if you'd have liked it as much, but
I could handle
this one
Similar.
actually has that heavy alcohol taste, then with a nice kick at the end. If you're a coffee guy, if you're not a coffee guy, you're not gonna like it.
Yeah,
No, this
Or
is
person.
I agree. You probably wouldn't buy it if it said espresso. What's it saying?
No, I think we all don't. Does everybody here? We all like it.
Oh, I love coffee. Yeah,
Yeah,
chocolate
This
espresso.
is
Yeah.
one that I would want to cut the grass on a 95-degree day.
This is not a summer.
Hot day.
Go down by the pool,
This is not a
kick
summer
my
beer.
feet into the pool, and slam 6 of these real
Yeah.
fast.
Way too heavy for summertime.
Who was here talking about bong and beers at one time? Was that Allie?
Yeah.
That said something? Yeah. I don't think this is a bong. The one
This is
one's
not
a
a
bong.
bongable beer.
No.
Oh, that would,
You
this would,
can
there's no
bong
way it would
anything.
settle in your stomach.
No.
You can bong anything, you come back right up.
Yeah, I mean you can bong it. It's liquid, but I wouldn't recommend
Sure.
it. No.
Bong anything that has nipples.
That's right. Fucker. What do you think, D-Dub? What do you want? You want to give this a grade?
It's a little harsh, but and smooth at the same time. We're still going on the 5-point scale.
Yeah, I had it on the screen earlier. It's 5, you'll drive across town for this shit. 4, you're going to buy it with no hesitation. 3, you're not going to kick it out of
That
bed.
one, 3. I'll give it a 3.1.
Okay. Well, so but you're not just going to choke it down. You're going to enjoy it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not after the lawn. I was being facetious on that.
Yeah, I wouldn't drink this on a hot day.
Nope. Cold day by the fire.
Yeah. Camping beer.
Can't afford to pay your heating bill, but you can afford a 6-pack of this. Is probably what,
It'll keep you warm for a while.
20
This
bucks.
is more of yeah, maybe. I don't know. 16-ish at least. But
gotta be.
18, probably 18.
For a 6-pack.
But
Isn't
no,
that
this
funny?
is more of like get the beer skin rug out by the fire.
Yeah.
Get the poker, maybe stoke the fire a couple times.
Poke it
Katie,
around a little.
Katie bar the door.
Katie bar the door, fire up the Golden Nugget Casino slots. Just you and
Stand by the fire.
80-cent slots.
some 80-cent slots. Fire. Sounds like a nice night.
You also got to drink it out of like the snifter glass too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, this is a sipping beer. There's no doubt about it.
Pairs well with a cigar, I'm sure.
Oh
You
yeah,
guys are
yeah,
cigar
yeah,
guys.
yeah, yeah.
It is a long aftertaste too, not just
It's,
it lingers there for
Sticks
a bit.
with you.
It ain't. It's hanging on.
That might be the 12%.
What do you think, Towns?
I mean, a little on the stronger side for my liking, but I do like espresso. I do like a little chocolate flavor mixed in there. It's not horrible. I'm not running out and buying it, but I'm going to settle around 3-4,
Wow.
similar to D-Dub on this.
Last time
I'll drink it if it's in front of me, but no more than 2.
No more $5
No more
beers
than
for
2.
tones.
Yeah, no more than 2.
No more than 2, Towns. I don't think you could handle more than 2.
I wouldn't go down those stairs after 2. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
And a bourbon.
I know Richie's going to grade this
The
one
boots.
at least a 4.
Oh, this is high on my scale here. As I say, this is what you're grabbing if you're looking to warm the cockles.
Yeah.
I'll say 4.8.
This
I
one,
like
Wow.
it. It's a winner.
That's pretty
Oh,
high.
that's 4.8. That might be one of the highest scores you've ever
I
given.
think it's delicious. I'm
Man,
gonna go buy
that's
another
scaled
4-pack
up there.
after this.
Wow. Hey, good
It's
for
that time
you.
of year, it's like 0 degrees outside. I need something warm.
No, this feels good. You're right. You're right. This is hitting your sub cockles. This is beyond the cockles. That's Dennis Leary.
Jimmy,
Sub cockles. Shout out.
I've had vanilla Java Porter
Yeah,
many moons ago,
sure.
and that's the one everything compares to that. So that's why I maybe have a little bit of a harder time.
Well, what do you give VJP?
That one's only what, a 5%,
Right.
nothing more, 5 something.
But what do you give it as a score?
That would be like a 4.8, like Rich says. Yeah.
so you're
That's
going
a
to
good
go
one.
that far, a point plus below.
Yeah, this doesn't taste like that though. There's not enough. I don't taste enough of the vanilla on this.
See,
I
I
just
think that-
taste the coffee part.
You're torn between wanting a 12% and a 5% beer. You say you count for the extra. Now
I
this
might-
is 2.5 VJPs here.
I might be full of a little baloney. That's what I would probably say.
Yeah. I'm going to go 4.5. I think this is exceptional. It's delicious. It's tasty. I get the vanilla.
It's bold. It's bold.
I get the coffee. I get the beer. It's 12%.
2 of your favorite things, beer and coffee.
I go every day usually from coffee, and then at some point it
You do
transitions to
drink, you probably
beer.
drink the most coffee at this office, I would think.
I drink a lot of coffee. I like coffee. I like beer. Not so much water. Not a big water guy.
But you get the water and the coffee, right?
And the beer.
That's the way I figure it.
Yeah. Sometimes you put a splash in your bourbon even. If you want to
Pre-blended.
mix it up.
Well, ice.
Yeah, I'm going 4 or 5. I'm going 4 or 5. But before we get into finer topics, there's a couple things I wanted to do. First of all, I know we've had Wooden Shoes has been on the show.
The Dutchman.
The Dutchman, Flying Dutchman, as you might call him. Jim Ottoman.
Holland's baby boy.
Holland's finest, I think.
Favorite son.
Yeah, Holland's favorite son, Jim Ottoman. And I know he talked about it last week, but he actually sent
Lives
us
out there where the sun sets.
There he is with a big ass Ed McMahon check.
I want one of those so
Oh, they
bad.
go right to at Circa. They were passing those out, huh?
Yeah, pass him out. That's $80,000. There's Mike Palm, the VP of operations, I think, next to him there.
That's cray.
And the name of the team was Tajellos? Or is that T silent? This is Jellos?
What's going to be our team name next year? Just the numbers guys?
I think it's got to be the numbers guys.
I think it's TNG.
TNG?
The next generation.
Yeah. We're gonna probably end up with like at least 10 more subscribers.
Oh, at least.
Oh, if we have-
At least.
Imagine us next year. We're all standing next to each other holding a check next year.
That would be cool. That would probably be good for the
Well,
subscriber
according to
count, I
Daryl,
think.
our 5th pick would have been terrible, so we would have not even placed.
It's not so much
Well,
the
how do you
fifth
know?
pick.
How do you figure the pick? What if Jorel's the 5th pick?
Yeah, he's a
jeez.
high percentage
Jorel,
shooter.
I don't know.
We could do one with Jorel, but I'm jumping in one with Jim. That's all I know. That guy knows like mathematics on a different level or something.
He would know how to hedge it.
I'm in. Oh, you're talking about Ottoman. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about
We
me.
could do one with Jorel, but I mean, I need one with Ottoman.
Yeah, J.O., he would know how to hedge that shit.
J.O. He's all about the hedge. But I did notice something strange in this picture is he's not wearing wooden shoes. In fact, he's wearing some sensible
No, he
running
looks
shoes.
very-
He's also
possibly.
not wearing pants.
It's just you just got boxers
That's
on
true.
under there.
Are those New Balances?
Jim,
Those might be
Right.
new bad.
J.O., you're breaking cardinal rule number 1. No shorts on stage. You never heard that
Yeah.
one?
Especially when holding a big check.
Yes.
He was out in Vegas, though. Give the guy a break.
And there is the great, I was going to say late great, he's not dead, but the great Dean Ween. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Dean Ween. Hell of a guitar
Dean
player.
Martin. One
But
of the great...
he taught
Dino.
guitar for a while. Dean Ween did. And he had a hard time teaching, but he always said that his number one lesson when teaching guitar is you must
Don't
hold
suck.
the guitar in one of two positions, either above the dick or below the dick, never covering the dick. So either you got to hold it low or you got to hold it high, like George Harrison. Yeah.
Or Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash held it high. Yep, but never covering. So maybe Jim, maybe you can use that. I think the same rule applies to big checks,
If you start playing guitar...
above or below.
I would I would want that big check so bad. Like, we'd have to fight over that.
I was
thing.
going to say, if there's 5 of us, how are we going to decide?
Can
how
we
much
just
to
keep
take
it
a
here
check?
in the studio?
I think we rotate it every week.
Yeah, we could.
Well, if we just win quarterly, we won't have a problem.
Like child custody. Like it's my weekend for the big
All right, like,
check.
I got a family party to go to this weekend. I'm going to bring my big
Yeah, do you
check.
mind if I bring the big
I
check?
think it would be... the American flag is one thing, but if there's anything that's going to replace it, it'd be a big novelty.
Big check.
Sure. Do we have an
Trophy
American
check.
flag in here somewhere?
Yeah, right behind us.
Well, we could put the big check right above it. That'd be nice.
Yeah, we
Or
could.
cover it either way.
Little stucco, or what do you call those little things that come off the?
I think it's stucco.
Not stucco, but
Stucco?
one of those things that you can pull them out right off the.
Oh, command strips.
Yes, command strips. Thank you.
Yeah,
Won't damage anything.
you might know him as stucco. Also, there is a going to be a new part of
That
the
would
show.
have been a better name for him, actually.
They should call it, but I think stucco's probably already been used.
Probably
taken
trademarked.
by the
Is that a
people
trademark name, or is that just a
I think that's a
Just a
trademark
common
name.
colloquial?
Remember, all trademarks expire though. Like,
Yeah, they do.
Disney's losing all their trademarks. So.
Didn't you hear me tell that? It's a Wonderful Life story a couple weeks ago.
No, I've not.
It's a Wonderful Life lost 30 years of. That's why it used to, when we were
Oh.
kids. It was on all the time.
You were saying it was on the. You were saying this on the show.
I think so.
Oh, that definitely.
Then
wasn't
again,
listening.
sometimes I do a show at my. Sometimes I do a show at my house.
I totally don't remember you talking about this. So
No, he did. He did.
It's a
Busted
Wonderful
his
Life.
balls.
Remember
We don't
that
need
movie?
to
I know the
revisit
movie.
it.
Yeah, no.
When we were kids, it was on all the time, right?
Yeah, you rarely
Christmas
see
Eve,
it.
for
Actually,
sure.
I just watched it all the way through the first time.
You got to find it on
It's
like
great.
Prime.
It's a great movie. I didn't watch it until 2020.
Don't watch.
So don't feel
watch
bad.
the color version though. You got to watch the
Yeah.
OG.
I agree.
Hey, before I go on with the rest of my It's a Wonderful Life story.
I want to talk like Jimmy
Hey,
Stewart.
Donna Reed.
Not
She
Jimmy
a top,
Stewart on that show.
top 5 gal of all time.
Donna Reed, pretty hot. Yeah, she was hot.
Smoking.
She was Mary.
She was the wife. Yeah.
Mary, yeah. She was cute. Then that was Jimmy. What's his name? What's his? It's not Jimmy.
Jimmy Stewart.
Sure, yeah.
There's
I
a
want
lot
to
of,
talk like him.
Yeah,
I like how he
see?
talks.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wait, that's James Cagney.
Okay.
Yeah, see?
No, that's wrong. That's not Jimmy Stewart.
Talking all
What?
crazy here.
What?
You're all crazy.
What old Clarence?
Y'all lost your mind.
Come on, God, give me my life back. Give me my life back.
What's going on here?
This guy's, you got a little Rodney Dangerfield
Yeah,
in there
it's
more
like-
so than James Stewart.
Slight.
Who?
Yeah. How about the? How about the?
It's not making any sense here.
That's funny. How about who was the chick that was in all the Hitchcock movies? That
Different blonde every time.
Yeah.
no, but there was one. Was that Tippi Hedren?
Tippy
Are you talking
Canoe.
about the one in Birds?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. That was
Yeah.
Tippi, right?
Yep.
And then also the one that was the royalty at one point.
The princess, yes.
Yeah. Now she was an attractive woman. Now dead probably, but back in the day.
Shout out.
She could be.
Who am I?
she could
What's her
be-
name? Shout
Rest,
out. Shout out. Whatever
rest
her
her
name was.
and Bob Uecker. Yep.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
Bobby. Yeah. that
Anybody
was
in the
sad.
comments? Who was the chick that became a?
Where's
yeah, she was
Aunt? Who's the aunt?
Aunt Debbie?
Aunt Debbie.
I don't know if she'd know that.
She would know.
Just a bit
Oh,
outside.
well, God, you know, everybody knows
Do,
her name.
do we have the Mr. Belvedere theme song?
Mr. Belvedere. Yeah. That's how you guys should have led the show off today.
Mr. Belvedere.
Belvedere
theme
theme song.
Yeah.
Watch that.
Bob Uecker was obviously in it. Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
I used to watch it show
Every
when I was little.
Friday
I'm trying
night
to think of
or
the
every
song.
Wednesday
I
night.
can't think of the song.
I was,
I'm sure it'd be a
He
trademark
arrives there
infringement.
with his suitcase by his side.
yeah.
Knocks on the door.
I'll get that going here. Hold on a second.
I used to watch it. I just remember as a kid watching it all the time.
To put a cap on the "It's a Wonderful Life" story.
Yeah, let's get that.
Christmas isn't there.
Let's
It was
recircle
from
3 episodes back.
1940 or whatever it was, right?
So, yeah.
And then like from however long the initial copyright lasts, let's call it 1970.
Right.
From 70 to like 1990, it was just public domain. So
Okay.
anybody could show it anytime.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So why can not anybody show it now though?
It's a legal matter.
It's making sense now. I feel it.
This was the intro to Mr. Belvedere?
Yeah.
Dear Lord.
Who was Mr. Belvedere? Does anybody know that was?
I want to hear a little more Webster.
Was he a one-show actor? Like
Must have been.
I don't remember seeing him in anything else.
This is
Yes.
terrible. Jimmy Stewart singing this?
That's
Jimmy
it does sound like
Stewart.
Jimmy Stewart.
No,
trying to
that,
take my house
isn't that
from me.
Redbone? Isn't that Redbone something or other?
Sure.
Don't do it,
I
Jimmy
lost it
Stewart.
all.
That's not even
It's all
close.
gone.
$300. How about 100? Would that get you by?
It's all gone.
That's pretty good, Rich. I think you're surprising yourself over there. It's like, fuck, I sound like Jimmy Stewart.
No.
Anyway,
Yeah, I'm gonna go on the road. I think. Voice impression. Wasting my talents on this show.
that's true. Well, I own the copyright to it now, Rich. So,
Crap.
yeah. What were we saying?
It was public domain
You wanna
for
fin-
about
you-
20
sure.
years.
I could- okay, you
Whole
told the
show is
story,
Jimmy
right?
Stewart.
Yeah, so we could air it right here and now. At the time, if it was 20 years ago, 35, 40 years ago, we could air it, and there would be no YouTube shutting us down for that.
Nice. I like
Yeah.
when YouTube doesn't shut us down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. What I was going to say is, so I was sick. I was sick this weekend. You remember last weekend I was saying, I can't wait to watch football all weekend. I
Yeah.
slept through every football game besides
it's
Monday
You're
night.
out. You're just.
You must have been
punked
in
out.
bad shape.
I was out,
I'll tell
dude.
you what. That was the weekend to miss like every football game except the Washington game.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, most of them were disappointments.
They were
Mostly.
not very good.
Hey,
No.
the Chargers game must have been a fucking disappointment since
That
they
was-
didn't win.
Thank God I was at volleyball because I couldn't lock in the Steelers to minus 14.5. That worked out good
That
because I was
worked
going
out?
to take them at 8.5. They were down when they lost by 14, but it was that type of weekend. It was just no.
Not very exciting.
I had Washington money line though. That was fun.
Okay.
I'm curious if Dominic won that
18 point.
Jorel-esque parlay that
No,
he played.
he texted me and said something about the effing Chargers.
The
The
Chargers.
Chargers were part of
Chargers
everything.
cost Jimmy big time last week.
Yeah, cost me, cost Dom.
I think there's going to be
I
a
think
new,
it
might have cost
new NFL
Anthony.
champion.
Yeah, it cost
this week.
Owens. Yeah,
I think it
cost
cost me,
Owens.
the Chargers. All those interceptions came back to bite us.
So I'm laying in bed and I woke up on Saturday. I had almost a 105-degree fever and I was
105?
Oh yeah, I was bad.
Seriously?
That's high.
Yeah, I was shaking. Like I couldn't even get the Motrin out of the bottle.
You need some better loved ones at home. Somebody's got to take you to the hospital.
Well, that's what they said. But I was by myself, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to take some Motrin, and we'll
Where
see
were
if
they
this
at?
goes down. They were downstairs. I got
They were
cords.
upstairs.
I was
Downstairs.
upstairs.
I think 106
The
might have
doctor is the
put you in
last resort
coffin.
for Jimmy.
It was
If
close.
not a coffin, at least a coma.
How,
Yeah, I didn't-
how
I
we
didn't
can do
feel
the
good.
show without Jimmy next week?
That'd be tough. It'd be tough.
Talking all crazy.
But anyway, so I'm sitting there, and then all of a sudden, Mrs. Midwest brings me up this. It's a gavel. And do you know how many times the Night Court theme has been played with the gavel at the appropriate parts since I got this? It's
Oh, is that what that was?
oh yeah.
That's a good theme song.
I never knew that.
Is that so sick
Oh, yeah.
that like when you wanted something from Mrs. Midwest? you
No,
just-
she asked me to stop fucking hitting the gavel because apparently I didn't realize she could hear it because I was upstairs, she was downstairs. But I guess the sound really travels. She said, "Don't do that anymore." But so I because at one point in time we had or I must have said, "You know what? We need a gavel."
No,
on
I
this
said
show.
it in episode 2.
Or did you
and
say it?
episode 5, there were good jokes, and now you just feel like anything's public domain after about 80 weeks.
Well, this is
Why
something
is
that could
every
be
good idea
adjudicated.
start with Daryl?
That's what he
Takes
thinks.
all the credit
That's what
all
he
the
thinks.
time.
I stole it because I stole that joke from somebody else. Okay,
Episode 2.
So Gagu sent us a gavel, or more, well, sent me a gavel, but I'll share it. So
You
what
gotta
I
wear
thought
the-
is,
You gotta have a cape.
thank you, Gagu, by the way. And like she said, maybe we should start asking for more expensive things because maybe I think we could use a Ferrari on the show. That'd
Sure.
be cool, or other things. So I'm going to introduce the Adjudicator. This is the second week in a row I've used voice effects. I haven't done that in a year and a half.
Is this when you like break up a fight in show?
The Adjudicator should do as follows here, guys. Okay.
Oh wow, we have rules.
I have rules.
Okay.
Yeah. The adjudicator must settle on-show disputes, which is usually Daryl that needs to
Thank
be
you.
adjudicated. He'll bring up some sort of.
I thought I was the adjudicator.
No. That's coming up here, and there's going to be a weekly clockwise rotation. So I'll start. I'll be the adjudicator this week, and then next week Rich will be the adjudicator, and we'll just move the
Oh,
gavel
I
around.
like how you put Daryl last in the rotation.
I always go clockwise. I don't know. I always go clockwise. Decisions are final by the adjudicator, accepting the appeal process. And the appeal is that the decision can be overturned by a unanimous vote of the remaining numbers guys,
remaining. Okay.
plus a guest. So in other words, like let's say Daryl's the adjudicator, he rules in his own favor on something stupid. The rest of us can say, no, you're overruled.
Right.
And then, of course, you must use the gavel. That's the most important part because that's the most fun part. And I'll tell you, you bring a gavel in the house, that's all anybody wants to play with. If you're a boy, if you're a woman, you don't want the gavel. You don't want the gavel around. So I do have I'm the adjudicator today,
Do we have a topic?
also known as the adjudicator. It's probably going to be a trivia related thing that needs adjudication. That's usually what it is, especially with Daryl. He likes to say that these questions are bullshit.
I'm thinking we bring up a hot topic every week that the adjudicator needs to bring to the table.
Oh, we could do that. We could have something that specifically needs
I mean, we are getting
adjudication.
the non-football season. We're going to need some shows.
That's what I'm saying. We got to do something.
I need some materials.
So thanks, Gagu. We are going to put this to good use this week and going forward for the rest of the show next week. Like I said, Richie can adjudicate any disagreements here on the show, and it should come in handy.
I didn't know they sold gavels on UBC.
I don't know where she got it.
That looks legit. Like it looks like it was like a fire auction from the city.
You can't really hear it over here. Hold on, let me see if it's got a very
I can hear it
authentic.
very well.
You hear that?
Yeah, it's like divorce court.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a spring. Oh shit! Let me put it on this.
It's a spring.
There's a bit of a spring to the. Put it right here. Let's do this. Let's see if this works. Yeah, it's nice. Order.
So what was better, guys? Judge Judy or divorce court growing up? What do you think? I'm a divorce court guy myself.
Really?
Divorce court.
Who was the judge in that one?
Oh, Wapner?
No, that was family court, wasn't
Is
it?
it Claret?
That's People's Court. baby.
People's court. That's
Judge
right.
Wapner.
Judge Wapner.
Wapner.
Wow. No.
That was the big one when we were kids.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe it
Wapner.
was that one.
I remember Wapner.
I think divorce court was on after.
Let me
but
go. Let me rephrase that then. Family court then. That was a good one.
People's Court.
People's court.
The People's
Thank you.
Court. I used to watch
Yeah.
People's Court.
And then they have like Lee Free ads all around it all the
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Call Lee Free.
I used to get accused by my grandma of being, "Are you Judge Wapner?"
No way.
Were you an amateur adjudicator back in the day?
Got some experience.
You have experience adjudicating? I didn't realize you had experience.
I guess I always wanted to have the final word on everything.
You haven't put. You want to?
What is that? The
What,
movie
Tap the
was
Gavel?
is it John Wick? They have adjudicator.
Rich should be the John
Right?
Wick guy.
I've never seen John.
No,
Wick.
I think they send people from the table, right, to adjudicate. Right?
Rich would be the John
Adjudicator.
Wick.
You should watch John Wick movies.
I heard they're supposed to be pretty good. I have
Rich?
not seen them.
Great movies.
Yeah.
Right? Is it that woman
Stars
that
one of our finest actors of the 21st century.
that woman they send to shut down the hotels, the adjudicator?
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Adjudicator.
Isn't that? Oh, she's like really hot too, right?
She is pretty hot. I wouldn't mind her adjudicating me,
No,
shut me down.
that's not cool.
So you guys have seen John Wick.
I've seen the first three. I've not seen the fourth.
I
yet.
saw him.
Did you guys ever see that? You know the guy that plays Saul in
Yeah.
Better
Yeah,
Call
you
Saul?
showed me that movie. That was very funny.
What was it called?
I don't know.
There's a movie with the guy that plays Better Call Saul.
There's a lot of movies. He's very much like John Wick in the movie. though.
Yeah.
I watched a movie recently though. It's very John Wick like too. It's like basically any guy that can take down 24 guys.
But
Like Reacher. You ever watch Reacher?
Reacher.
John Wick though is not in like it's not like what's the word, Jimmy? Like sarcastic or it's so
It's like
over
darker tones.
it's so
They killed his
crazy.
dog. He was very upset.
Oh,
got
are you
pissed off.
talking like Deadpool kind of like that
yeah,
kind of guy?
there's so much violence,
Okay.
but I don't think it's. I think it's
No,
being like
Deadpool
sincere,
is
right?
like, Deadpool is more like tongue in cheek though.
Yeah.
Whereas John Wick is like, you killed my dog.
There's a little humor. It is. There's a little. Like,
There's a little
very
humor in
dark-
how he kind of kills
humor.
everybody because it's just like so unbelievable. Like he'll walk into a bar and he'll kill like 45 Russian mafia.
Like ultra violence.
It's like that. It's like
Kinda
dodging
like-
bull-
if you're-
it's
I
like
can
dodging
see
bullets
if you want
and
to play
shit.
the race card, it was Denzel Washington did it before him as the what was the Equalizer. That's what I just watched, and he did the same thing where he walks in and takes down the Russian mafia. I was like,
Equalize.
and wait, I'm like, John Wick is big, and then poor Denzel Washington's the Equalizer here.
Well, the Equalizer, that was also a show on
Yeah, by Queen
NBC back in the
Latifah.
day. No. It was a white guy that had a. I don't know. So it doesn't matter. Anyway, Lauren's in the chat. Realtor. She says, "Rich, who are you? Judge Judy is hilarious."
I don't like Judge Judy.
You know who likes Judge Judy?
Probably some of our parents.
Jim Harbaugh. They're good buddies.
How do you know that? Oh, they're good.
He used to talk about Judge Judy all the time when he was Michigan coach.
Really?
They're friends.
Judge Judy and Chocolate Milk were his top two
friends.
topics.
they're friends. They're buddies.
She was on that Norm Macdonald show. Did you ever see the Netflix Norm Macdonald show that he had? He would interview somebody for a half an hour, and she was on that.
She's like, that's crazy how much daytime people. It was like $100 million contract for like 5 years or something.
Yeah, I don't know how
she
she
made
made that
some-
much on just a daytime show. Like,
She made some bank.
yeah, but how much viewership?
And it's usually on dumb shit. Like
Well,
people
my grandma
come in,
watched it.
Well, I know, but
like they didn't pay my
like-
car rent
it's
for
like
5
General
months.
Hospital or Ellen or Judge Judy.
She watched Guiding Light. My grandmother.
Is that the Sands of Time? Like the Sands of Time?
No, those days of our lives.
Oh,
brother.
my days of our lives.
Come
That
on.
was, that was my jam.
This is our guiding light.
I just liked it with
General Hospital is good. That's good stuff.
We have
It'd be
a
funny when you
point
went.
here.
I'll tell you what. When you went to college and the first time you ever had time to watch soaps, you're like, not so bad.
I would watch soaps when I was home from like school after Gilligan's Island. I'd be on. No, I'm talking about when I was a kid. You know,
School.
I was sick. You know, you'd be homesick. You'd watch
Oh,
Gilligan.
yeah. Oh yeah.
You'd watch.
Shoot, man, when you're sick, you had like you started off with Leave It to
18?
Beaver.
Yeah, Leave It to Beaver. 18 would come on.
18
Price
was
is Right would be
10
on.
o'clock.
Yeah,
Yes.
Gilligan's
yeah.
Island.
Gilligan's. I
Then the
remember
stupid
Gilligan's.
news came out at noon. No
Yeah.
one wanted to watch
Like,
that.
I don't want to see a mere makeup
How
scene
about
for fuck's sake. I
Quantum
want to.
Leap? When was Quantum Leap on?
Quantum Leap was a great show.
Later, I think.
That was a little later, but great show.
Jim, I imagine you were more of a Santa Barbara kind of a guy.
Ooh, I don't think that's on anymore.
Well, you had to wait there was that time period from like noon to 3, and then like 4 or 5, you'd start getting like who was Roger? What was his name? In rerun, what was that? What something? In the
What's happening?
What's happening? You get to the later like
Yeah, it became more urban throughout the day.
Yeah,
and you're
the
like,
Good Life.
I might need to.
Good
find
Times
something else."
came on maybe around 3.
Good time.
Yeah.
What was the name of
The
the
Jeffersons.
waitress in What's Happening? Flo? No, that's not right.
Happy Days was on too.
That was
right?
Alice.
Oh,
Flo was
Happy
with
Days
Alice.
was you had to get up, or you must have been an early riser for
Yeah,
Happy
I
Days.
saw Happy Days.
Yeah, I never really liked Happy Days that much.
That was okay.
Oh, I love Fonz, dude.
You like that? I mean, like Fonz was cool.
Fonz is awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah,
Flashback.
Let's do this.
Calling the masters of facts, the sultans of stats.
Probably gonna need
Czars
that
of
link
knowledge
again.
That isn't learned in college.
Oh.
It's the numbers
I
guys.
never have it.
Numbers Guys Trivia. We play this every week. Let me send Rich the link here. And the idea is, if everybody gets this right, which I think this week everybody's getting it right, I got to buy the beer the following week. If nobody gets it right, also I have to buy the beer the following week. And besides that, if somebody doesn't get it right, but the other guys do, then they're buying the beer next week. So let me go ahead and put this on the screen. Richie, I'll get you the link.
Thank you, sir.
Who was the first black or African American NFL head coach to win a Super Bowl? After all the talk last week, that
About the
D-Dub,
college. Yeah.
what's that?
About college, right?
Yeah, Morgan Freeman taking the Notre Dame Fighting Irish to the
Yeah.
champion.
He was the first
NFL.
black
Oh, I
college
know,
coach
but
to be
this
in
is college.
finals for the
Yeah, NFL.
yeah. But they were talking about that.
Oh, okay. All right. Hold on one second. Yeah, first black / African American, however you want to say it, NFL head coach to win a Super Bowl. Who was that? And Rich, I gotta do this here.
I think I could tell you the first black head coach before I could tell you this answer.
How are you guys feeling about it? Tell me
I
some.
don't know it.
I'm like
I'm
80%.
50-50. I'm 50.
I submitted an answer, but I don't think it's right.
I think it might be right. No. I feel
It doesn't
decent.
seem fair if it's right.
I feel decent on it.
I see 3 dots from Jim, so I'm feeling good here.
There you go.
Yes.
Okay, and I will reveal the answer later on in the show. Tonight, that's going to be. Rich reminds me. Maybe I won't reveal the answer. I'm going to try. I'm going to try to remember that. Oh, yeah, this is going to be fun.
What are we gonna pick? Hot topics.
You can hear me laughing at the end of that. Hot topics. I got a hot topic. I don't know if you guys have paid any attention to this, but I'm not usually a big, I don't watch ESPN's like Sports Center, Pardon the Interruption, that sort of thing. But it was it last night?
PTI.
Yeah, PTI.
They call
PTI.
it PT. The
They
kids call it PTI.
Yeah, PTI. So I was, thumbing through the channels, and I came across PTI, and they were talking about this particular thing. And I said, man, this is interesting. And I've been watching this. Has anybody been watching the TGL golf?
I've heard it. Is this an indoor thing?
Yes.
I did see
I've not watched it yet.
Tiger Woods. They had a little solo clip of him, firing
When he
away.
flubbed it in the sand. Did you see that?
I didn't see that one.
I
saw a
saw
good drive by
his
him.
kid like laughing at him because he knocked it in the water.
Okay, yes, he put it in the water a couple
Charlie
times.
was laughing. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He flew the green with a pitching wedge.
Really, you guys know more about this than I thought.
I met some random guy at volleyball last week, and he was telling me all about this. I was like, wow. This
I
sounds
saw
amazing.
a clip on Facebook of Tiger doing this. Yeah. So.
I'm telling you guys, it's worth the watch at home. It's on Tuesdays, so there's nothing going on Tuesdays, right? It's on ESPN. It's going on for 2 weeks now.
Well, we go see Maury on Tuesdays, but that's about it.
Well, that's you and Mitch Albom, but not me. I don't get invited to Maury's. So the whole idea is we all done golf simulators at home. At home, maybe we've done a golf simulator where you can play Pebble Beach and you're indoors and you play on a.
You have one at home?
I don't have one at home.
Oh.
I have a couple by my house though. We play. It's fun to do. It's fun to
We
go
should
play.
do. We should head out and play something.
I might as well talk about this now too.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save this till next week. I have an idea that I want to do because we're gonna have some downtime after football's done, and once spring has sprung. I got an idea, but I'll save that for next week. We got a lot to talk
Ooh,
about.
we're gonna leave a cliffhanger.
I live a
like it.
cliffhanger. Yeah, I got an idea.
Remember when we went out for your birthday last year?
No,
My birthday last year.
I didn't. Even, wasn't there. I don't think.
You
You were there.
Was I?
It was at
Oh, yeah. I remember
At
that.
the restaurant in
Yeah.
the
Oh
hotel.
yeah.
Yeah.
My bad.
Remember we tried to go to the place
Mr.
across the
Midwest.
street?
Oh yeah, that didn't work.
But it was
out.
closed.
Yeah.
The taco,
5 Eye.
the Mexican
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, but
Well, it's connected to that.
but at least 2 occasions, K Dub and I went after leaving that restaurant. We walked across the parking lot, and they were like, "Come on in,
Yep.
come play." Were you with us that
I
time?
was there the one time K-Dub almost killed everybody.
That happened twice. The 2 times we've gone, he's almost killed me.
Why is he killing?
And the first time he says, that must happen a lot. And the bartender says, no.
Never happened.
No, that's never happened before.
Somehow he hit the ball off of a pipe or whatever. They come firing back at us.
No, and this is like a long, so the ball ricochets and then it hits the wall all the way. The bar is like 25 feet behind you. And then it comes shoot. It's like a ping pong after that. So you're trying to dodge a golf ball that's live.
It was dangerous.
Like the end of Happy Gilmore, where he's got to like intentionally bounce it off something and bounce it off
No,
something else.
he just hit. No, he's swinging as hard as he can, and then he misses it, and then it's like live in the room. So you got like a golf ball.
Oh, that's
going-
not safe.
And the first time he says that must happen all the time. The guy goes, "No,
That never happens. Oh, you asshole! Never happens.
It never happened.
I didn't know
before.
it happened twice though.
We went back again, and then the same thing happened.
He can't golf. It's Rod Taylor.
Because Plummer not much of a golfer.
He doesn't play. He's a good athlete, I think.
Yeah.
I believe that he could be good if he played, but no, he doesn't really play.
Gotcha.
Oh man.
And he's a lefty,
Okay.
so
Phil.
Okay.
all bets are off.
Yeah. Speaking of golf, did you know Burning Tree is called BT now? Did you know this? BEET. Did you know that?
What's that mean?
Was that the same owner when you guys were there, or is that like Rizzo owns it or something, right?
Yeah, they went through a bunch of things. It's public as of.
So
few
I'm
years
sorry,
ago now.
actually, I got the full lowdown. Like Rizzo's wife owns it because he was the one that got indicted for the trash thing.
The trash. Yeah, yeah.
Is it Rizzo?
I think so. And then like he can't get the problem is they can't get a liquor license. So if you drink, you have to stay in the clubhouse there. You can't take it out.
I thought it was the guy that was
On the course?
the road commissioner. or
Wow, that
whatever.
sucks.
Yeah, you might be right.
Wasn't it Morocco?
It could be right. It's same guy. I mean, you got Rizzo. I'm
Hey,
sorry,
they're all the
Rizzo
same,
was
Rich, I know.
Rizzo was the company that got busted, but he was the one that was giving out the
That
contract.
Dean guy lives right next to neighbor Stacy and Greg. That Dean that was involved. with
Dino.
Probably
Oh.
Dean Palmer.
that. No.
No, not Dean Palmer.
Dean. What was it? He was involved with the Rizzo deal,
Yeah.
but he was like right in their backyard.
No shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's where I first met Jimmy.
Reynolds.
At the BT.
Dean
But
Reynolds.
it's BE, like a B,
And
like a
it's
buzz
pub-
B.
It was private when you guys worked there, right? Now it's public.
Yeah.
Did you hear about who got locked up from that one?
Well, Ralph Patty, wasn't it? Yeah. Guy, big tipper.
Big tip.
Big tipper. Yeah, we
Big
shouldn't be.
tipper, short in stature.
Oh, wait a minute. We got Double D in the chat trying to sell something. He says,
I was trying to help him with this in the office here.
fucking eBay. He got 2 tickets for Section 119 for the Lions game. That's this Saturday, Lions game. $1,500 for the pair. Section 119. That's
That's about right.
pretty good.
Because you're not paying the fees, so that's big time.
that's a good price.
I'd
That's a good
back him up on that.
Yeah. So if anybody's interested, you can email the numbers guys at what is it? Numbers guys at numbersguys.live.
Just call into the show live, and we'll take care
or
of you.
call into the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could just email numbersguys at numbersguys.live.
Or
and
Twitter
I'll be happy to
handle.
pass that along.
The
Double
numb
D.
guys.
Or Twitter. Yeah, Twitter. I always forget about that. Got the numb guys.
Daryl's
Twitter.
all over that every week.
I get a lot of DMs.
Sliding into your DMs.
That's Instagram.
Anyway, so what I was saying, and probably actually Double D, welcome. You're probably sick of me talking about TGL golf because every time I talk to anybody, I'm always talking about this. This is entertaining. So these guys, they're teams.
Yes.
You have Jupiter, Florida, which is Tiger's team. You got Boston, which I think is Rory's team.
That's very original.
Yeah, because he's a Boston fella.
I don't know if he is, but you got LA, you got Atlanta, you got anyway, different places. New York, did I say New York? Yeah.
So the teams play each other every week?
Yeah, they play each other, but it's 2 teams every week. So like last week was Jupiter and LA.
Okay.
Now, are they together in the same facility, or are they
Yeah.
doing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in Palm Beach, by the way. So
So they come out to Palm Beach.
Oh, is that where the facility is?
that's where it's at. Yeah, or it's in South
I
Florida.
thought it was
I'm
New
assuming
York
it's-
or something.
No, it's in Florida.
Okay.
Which the only reason I know that is because it's called SoFi Center. And I thought, shit, this is in LA. It's amazing that they're able to play. And I looked it up and it's in Florida.
Okay, that makes sense. There's a lot more room in Florida than New York.
Yeah. So what they do is they go into the simulator part of it. So their first shot, their second shot, if it's a par 4, that's all on a giant simulator, just like you might have at X Golf by your house or at.
Just to jump in, the difference is though it's 100 yards back. It's not like X Golf where it's like right in front of you, right?
And it's huge. I mean, the screen itself is huge, and they have sand, and this is real turf. So they have sand, they have like a tee box, and then they have fairway. Or I'm sorry, they have rough. So they have fairway, rough, sand, and then a little bit in front of that for shorter shots, they have the same thing. They have sand, fairway, and then rough. And then once they get close enough to have an approach shot, they move to an actual, and it's in the same building, but they move into an actual area where there's a green, and they can change this green based on the hole.
The undulation moves.
Yeah, they can make it move. And there's sand, real sand around it, which is always the thing. Like every time I've played these simulator golf things, is the putting isn't, you just kind of putt it towards the screen,
straight.
right? Yeah.
It's like it's a golden tee style.
Exactly. But this, they actually have a green, and it's just cool. And to watch these guys interact with each other, I think, is kind of the cool part. They're all mic'd up, and they're just kind of having a good time with it because, ultimately, it's not golf, but it's fun, and it's cold outside, so it's something to do.
Baby, it's cold out.
Yeah, so check it out. That's going to be Tuesdays.
So, Jim, do they have like prices like if you were in Florida, if you wanted to play this, like by yourself?
I don't think you can. No, I think it's purpose built for this particular.
Because this seems like an idea, right? Like, forget these simulators where you drive it 5 yards in front of you.
Yeah,
it's like you need like a soccer type. Is it like that style building where it's like a warehouse typey thing?
Yeah, but there's stands. And there's alcohol sales.
We can do all
that.
And
I told Mrs. Midwest, I said, if next time we're down there, we should go try to check this out.
I'm thinking we need to invest in something like that here.
Yeah,
like you just build like those warehouses are cheap to build because they're basically just steel and then
frames.
Put this up here, see if I can see this. Dude, this guy.
I've never seen actually any footage. So
this is him by the green in the bunker.
So he's in the bunker.
But this is Kevin Kisner. He fucking shanks it into the. These guys had to run.
They're all laughing.
Scald it.
As would I would as well, or most of us would.
He's not a pro. You're not a pro though.
I know, but that's why those guys are dying. Look at Tiger; he's like crying.
But it's funny. He came back because the ball he went off. He almost drained it on this shot on the way back. But yeah, he just sculled it, which we've all done.
It looks like
a skull or a double hit.
It looked like it might have been a double hit. Pin or the top of the bunker. Oh, hit the pin.
Hit the pin. Wow.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
It wasn't that. You hit the pin.
Oh, he hit the pin, but the thing went.
I think it was like a rocket out the pin.
Almost bounced into the eye. So anyway, if you're bored on a Tuesday night, check this out. I hope it doesn't go away because I think it's kind of fun.
When we were kids, my dad used to go play somewhere out on like one of those domes that had
Silver Dome. Barrymore's had that, didn't it?
But with
the butterfly.
The par
butterflies, yeah.
With the par 3 course set up, so you could play a full 9 holes or whatever. It'd be a par 3 inside the dome.
Inside the dome? Oh, I didn't know
What
that.
the heck was that?
Yeah.
Somewhere out by Maple Lane.
It'd be a big ass dome.
The same guy that was talking to me about this indoor league told me I didn't realize this, but Vegas has like an outdoor at night par 3.
Oh, I've seen the one
God,
with the...
I wish I would have known that. I mean, fun as shit.
Where is that at, though?
He said it's over by the airport somewhere, he thinks.
Okay.
It was his
You
best
play with
guess.
the yellow, the neon balls.
I don't care. Like, that'd just be fun. I mean,
No,
it's a
I'm
par 3,
just saying.
right? So you're not going to lose your ball.
Is that what you're
hard.
talking about, where you're playing with the...
I don't know, but he said it's lit up. I mean,
Yeah.
so you could probably play with any ball if you really wanted to. But, I mean...
That'd be cool.
It's like it's a Callaway-owned facility, I believe. But that would be super fun to do at night in Vegas.
It would be fun anywhere else but Vegas. In
Why?
Vegas,
It's
do
nice
you really
and warm.
want to do that in Vegas?
A lot of people golf
You do
in
it in the middle of
Vegas.
December.
In Vegas, I want to just hang out in the casinos or the bar.
I'm with you on that.
casino.
A
Go
pool,
downtown to do that.
Casino.
You gotta do it like Tones. You gotta get the massage in the morning.
Get the
a
massage.
little workout in, couple drinks.
Workout?
Gotta get the suit on.
What the hell
hit
kind
the
of
slots.
vacation is that?
I've been to Vegas with Tone several times. I don't remember any workouts.
No
here,
workouts.
but, no workouts.
Vegas, I'm running
I don't know.
on
Fountain Blue had the best workout.
I run
Yeah.
on 3-4 hours of sleep every night. There's no working out there.
Yeah.
Well, let's work it out. That's why I'm walking.
Well, I
last
do a lot
time-
of walking in Vegas. 20,000 steps a day.
Yeah. We can work it out. How about this? Let's talk about some football now. So, moving on from TGL golf.
All right, let's do it.
Brilliant segue. All right, we're gonna do it like this.
Can I say one more thing about that, Jimmy?
Yeah, of course you can.
It's
you
just
kinda-
Wonderful Life.
Cut us off there.
He does sound like Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah, I got one more thing.
Just let me interrupt you one more time. Yeah.
You got it all wrong now.
And Tones might be the worst Jimmy Stewart ever.
And just one more thing. See,
No, that's not good. That's not good. That's just old timey. If you're doing that, you're not doing Jimmy Stewart. You're doing old timey guy. That's different. Cherry, like Jimmy Stewart never said cherry, right? I don't think so.
No, but it actually.
You said yourself there, Clarence. You said yourself.
That's pretty good. That's
not
pretty
bad.
good. Yeah,
That's not
yeah,
bad.
yeah. I
That's
like
better.
That was better.
I think the she gets you kind of in that, like,
James Cagney.
Get you in the mode.
Yo, you dirty rat. See, you took my brother. And
That's Cagney.
James Stewart is more like, what? Well, you said it. No, I didn't say it.
I'm just gonna grab you the moon, eh? We're gonna move for the sky, and we're gonna bring it down.
Well, you did it yourself. You walked over there
We need
and you
some more,
stumbled and you fell down the stairs yourself.
Oh, just an interesting.
Nobody pushed you.
Oh, no one. You don't have a sweater, eh? Oh, this is an interesting situation that we got to.
When there's only 4 NFL games, is what we have to do. Because Daryl wants to make sure the show still goes 4 hours.
What was
so
I
we're
saying though? I was going to say something poignant.
You were going to say something about TGL golf, I think. You're going to stay in the style of Jimmy Stewart for some reason. I don't know why.
I hate to say something in support of one of our rivals, but Dude Perfect did this
Oh, yes.
golf. It's not a simulation. It's a actual inside of their building.
More
or whatever.
importantly, you think Dude Perfect's like a rival?
Yeah, I
of
think
ours?
that's our
I
big.
don't think.
I
they're
think
in
it's
the
either
same
him or
category.
Portnoy. I don't know, one of the two.
Portnoy's probably more of our rival. I like Portnoy. You gotta embrace him.
I don't want to embrace anybody that's our rival.
All right.
But they did it pretty good, where they had like an actual.
Well, they
Green-
shot the
green
guy when
setup.
he was playing in the rain, right? Because he got hit by lightning or something. He had to...
No, I mean they actually played inside their building. They have a big ass warehouse, like you were talking about,
Big ass
with
warehouse.
green and at the time they were playing with John Rahm,
Oh, yeah.
who is now
Who
like
was,
one of the biggest golfers in the world, but at the time was just like a
He was on
middle of the.
He was
pack.
Scotty before John. John
He
Rahm
was for a minute. He was Scotty
hot
for a minute.
Yeah.
Hot minute.
Yeah, he held it for.
I'm curious
Tad.
if Scotty's reign is going to last.
Who's the hot new guy this year, Daryl? We got you're the big golf guy.
I think they're all happy that Scotty's not playing this week. American Express, which used to be called the Bob Hope.
Well, if you had to guess a guy that broke out, like it was Rahm 2 years ago, Scotty last year. Who's your pick this year?
Like to
Yeah, win 2 out of 4
break out
majors.
scene, you know.
Win 7 out of 12 tournaments or something like
oh
that.
geez.
Like if there was anybody that was going to compete with him,
I don't think there's anybody like Cantlay was gonna probably be the next contender, but I don't think he's.
just not.
I think it's gonna be Scotty all day. But I think that Indian fella is pretty good. Your mom was telling me about him last summer.
I think he was on the show this week.
What? Oh, was he?
Yeah,
Thibodeau?
something. Yeah,
who?
Let's call him
yeah.
Thibodeau.
His
DJ Singh.
his dad was in the
I don't
audience.
think that's quite right, but
told Casey, I said, "Which one's his dad?" He's like the only Indian guy in the whole place.
The only Indian guy I remember is
VJ.
an old timer. What was his
VJ.
name?
VJ.
VJ was not from India, Fiji.
Oh, he's Fiji.
No shit.
I thought he was Indian.
He looked Indian to me.
Put a dot in his head.
We shouldn't generalize.
Man, I'm colorblind. I think I mentioned this last week.
Partially
All right, let's move
what those
on.
glasses are for.
What are you trying to say?
Move on. All right, so we got both the
Oh,
we got both the NFL Divisional
you're not
Round.
colorblind. No,
No, you gotta drop the. Well, he doesn't-
no.
You're talking like Mr. Ed and Jimmy Stewart
Keep-
together.
Keep doing this. Okay.
Who was the bartender? Like
Martini. You come in here every other Saturday, and now you don't know me. You don't know. What's so funny?
What are you talking about, Pottersville? There ain't no Pottersville.
Oh, Mary. God damn it, Mary. He got mad at Mary. How could you get mad at Mary?
He got pissed off
He
at
was
Mary.
TO'd.
Yeah.
I like back in the 30s,
bullshit.
you just like grabbed a chick and you're just like start making out with her like you're not like it or you're not.
I think that's how it went. Yeah.
It was all the way up. It was like that way to the 70s. You remember Rocky 1 when he takes Adrian the first time? That's an uncomfortable moment if you've ever
That's the good
watched
old
one.
days, though, dude.
Yeah.
She tries to leave and he's like, no, you're not leaving.
You're not leaving.
leaving.
You leave when I'm done with you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
broad.
I call that rape nowadays, which is, I don't know if you can you not say that? Gary said you can't say that on YouTube. You have to call it tape or something.
Tape.
Oh, God, we're going to be shut down
Yeah,
now.
we might be shut down.
by Gary.
Tape.
But we
I
have
think
these
it's
great
probably 'cause-
sweatshirts on today, so we can't be shut down.
Probably be shut down because you said Gary.
No. I feel bad. Snoop's not back in the chat yet. I kind of thought today he'd be back.
Yeah.
Still taking some time.
It's a shame.
Recovery,
It's a
probably.
damn shame.
That is a shame. Can we get through these games? You want to try
Yeah,
this?
Sure.
All right. I'm going to put these back on the screen here. ESPN or ABC. This is going to be Saturday. The Texans go first, as always. You got the Texans and the Chefs. 4:30 p.m.
So I actually I like the Texans here in this spot a little bit, not to win, but to keep it close. I think
Yeah, again, line's 8.5
really,
here.
really the Chiefs have been off 2 weeks because they didn't play anybody that last week in Denver. So I think when you see that teams come shooting little, like they're going to be rusty. I mean, I don't think it's going to be like, what was that 3-4 years ago when the Houston, remember when Texans jumped up on them 24-0 and we're all like, what the heck? And then the Chiefs came back. I don't think it's going to be like that, but 14-13 at halftime, 14-10, something like that. I mean, it might be a great spot to take the first half money line on the Texans.
That's a good point.
I would think so, yeah.
That's a real great point.
Disagree.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what you're
Shocking.
here for.
The Chiefs are
Get the gavel
the
out.
Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl. The Chiefs are going to win the first half, and they're going to
You
win.
have a future for the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl, don't you?
Maybe. Why?
I'm not sold on the Chiefs winning this year.
No, I'm not either.
I'm not.
Not at
didn't-
all. I don't even know if they get past Baltimore.
If I'm the Lions, I'm more scared of Baltimore or the Bills than Kansas City. If I'm playing
Absolutely.
them.
But you're also at odds because you have a parlay with the Chiefs to win the AFC there. So what do you want more?
I wish the Texans were playing the Bills,
Well,
so I could
yeah.
root for the Texans to beat them.
Yeah.
I don't like the Bills. I don't like them. The Ravens are the DVOA darlings once again, 2 years in a row.
I believe it.
Supposed to be one of the great teams of all time, and yet what do they have? Like 5 or
DVOA.
4 losses. DVOA.
Can you run that by me for the?
We
dumb
talked about
viewers out
this
there?
on previous shows. I don't know what the acronym.
Then why do you drop it?
It's a great. It's a
You
great.
can't. I want a ruling that you can't drop an acronym unless you know the definition of the acronym.
Oh. Can
Anybody
I adjudicate
else?
this?
Is
this possible?
Adjudicated.
I want to adjudicate something today. We have to as the inauguration.
What about if you can list it, Jimmy?
If I can tell you what DVOA,
Yeah.
it's something value over expectation.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the D is.
But he's using it like as a fact.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
Like how can you
Ain't
use
that a fact?
He says a fact. Doesn't even know what it means.
You can say overruled now, and you can hit the gavel.
Can I? Okay, so the item up for adjudication is: can we use an acronym on the show if we don't know what the acronym stands for?
That's correct.
I got to say you can't.
You gotta be familiar. I think you need to be familiar with it.
Yeah, you should. I mean, if you're going to use an acronym, you got to know what it stands for.
That's what I would think.
Yeah, that's my ruling, and that's going to be
Is that ruling one?
adjudicated. But yeah, it's for the first ruling ever.
All right.
Sustained.
That was
Sustained?
fun.
Yeah.
Anybody want to?
Sustained.
Yeah, sustained. Okay. I think, yeah, should I look up what DVOA stands for?
Sure.
Okay. I'll do that in the meantime. Go ahead, keep talking.
Yeah, that basically my idea of what DVOA stands for is war. You know about war in baseball, Rich?
I need a nap.
Basically, they take out all the BS that happens in the game, and they
I
figure
don't-
out who the best team is.
I don't agree with war.
It is defensive adjusted value over average.
Defensive.
Why are you
war.
talking about defense? Like, who cares about defense? There's offense too.
Yeah,
Well,
but
those are
it's
some profound words.
it's basically
I mean, what are you trying to say here? Like, what defensive? What?
just
Like, are
cutting
they
out
good
all-
on defense? That's all I get out of it. Like, they're above average on defense or something.
Yeah.
I think the idea is just that they're cutting out all the nonsense stuff that happens.
it's EPA per play.
Okay, we don't even know what
Except-
the hell the definition even means. So, like, why we can't use it?
Well, they adjust it for the quality of the defense. Is the idea.
Defense is only a third of the game. Who cares?
It's one of the most respected.
All right, I
Ways to
think
measure
your
a
point is
team.
though. I think a lot of the public is starting to jump on the Ravens as the Super Bowl winner. I'm reading a lot of
No,
articles.
no. It's just that the idea that if you look at who the best teams actually are,
like
when you
per
cut out all the
stats,
BS fluke plays and things like that,
the Ravens are up there.
the Ravens the last 2 years have been the best.
Well, you know what? In the end, there's a quarterback that chokes a lot, and his name is Lamar Jackson.
That's the
so-
thing. I mean, if you're going to choke in the playoffs, it's
They-
not going to really
they haven't
have.
faced,
It's not going to really tell you who the best team
They haven't
is.
faced Ben Johnson trick plays this year, though. Baltimore.
Hey, Chris
again?
Pena.
They haven't.
What
Chris
up?
Pena says, "What up, boys?
Rise
What
up.
Chris. Rise up, Chris. Well, I
Rise
can't-
up, Chris.
Can't rise up anymore.
Can't do it. You're
Unfortunately.
buried.
Here,
Till
I'll-
next year.
I'll just put this in here that FTN's proprietary DVOA breaks down every single NFL play and compares the team's performance to a league average baseline based on situation
Okay,
and
so it's just
opponent.
not defense, though.
No, but it adjusts it for, like EPA
It's
per
that
play
thing
is
you
the
showed
same
us.
thing.
The
but
other
it's not
side is
adjusted.
offense.
Is that the
right?
thing you showed us last week, where
No.
the Vikings lost by 11?
That
technically?
was EPA per play, but this is
that
very
seems more
similar.
important to me.
They're pretty similar. This one just adjusts for strength of opponent. Now, the one I had last week was adjusted EPA per play, which adjusts.
That seems very interesting. I mean, that to me that you
That,
said-
it is interesting, but this one's even better.
I don't think so. I think they're both pretty similar.
That one's on an individual game basis, but this one is saying if you look at who they're playing,
That was for the season.
the one that you're talking.
It was adjusted based on schedule. So it's probably the
well,
close.
the one you brought on the show
very,
though was
very
for the
close.
game, so there probably is something for the season though too, right?
The one I brought was the season.
No,
I
you
have
talked
this
about
year's too.
the specifically the Viking Lion game, and you said the Lions still won by 11, but if you adjust out the
I'm sorry. I
extreme
was talking about
plays.
something different, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what I thought we were talking about.
I was talking about the adjustment when you take out all the luck, you take out the fumbles, you take out
Yeah.
the special teams. I was talking about that chart, which is from the same source, where it tiered it out for your tier 1 teams, which I have for this week, adjusted after these wild card rounds.
Okay, anyways, I had the Texans in this game. I don't know if anybody else has talked about the Texans.
You got
yet.
the Texans?
Winning with the spread,
Yeah. Oh,
and I like the first half line
What's
better
your-
than the whole line.
Why is that now?
I think
Did the
kids-
Texans get out to hot starts?
I think
traditionally?
teams that no, I'm just going to say that a team that played recently is going to have. I mean, KC not only had a bye. It's not like the Lions. The Lions played week 17.
There's
I
going to be
think
a
the
little
Chargers-
It's a
hangover.
2 week. It's a 2 week layover.
I think
now.
the Chargers kind of shit the bed though with the turnovers.
There's gonna be
I
a
don't
little-
care if they shit the bed or not. Tones lost by 20. I mean, like they got their asses kicked. Like
There's going to be a little hangover for the Chiefs, and by the second half, they'll figure it out and they'll blow
that's what I'm
them
saying.
out.
I really like the first half line. I've had, I mean, some luck on that. And I'm saying it's guaranteed, but I'm just saying if I'm betting this game, I'm going to take the first half line. Then shit, maybe you jump on KC after that, like because I think they're going to start off slow. I mean,
like
what's the
that.
first
I
half
like
line going
that,
to be?
Rich.
4.5, 5.
I like that a
It's
lot.
going to be somewhere around there.
Hey,
So-
let me just say that for Chris real quick, Towns.
I think it'd be like 7.
Chris says, "Did you guys drink the German beer?" We did not drink the German beer, and let me tell you why. Because I looked at it this morning and I said, "Let's save this for the Super Bowl show, and we're going to try it then because we're going to have our highest viewership. And if D-Dub pukes, then I want to make sure we have a lot of people watching."
Where's the German beer?
The beer that Chris brought?
Chris.
Yeah, you missed this last week.
Yeah,
Towns, but the beer that Chris brought from Oktoberfest is in. Well, it's not actually in my fridge. It's on that cart that I have in my kitchen. It's in there.
It's sitting in there.
Yeah, it's sitting in there. We haven't drank it yet.
Okay.
Dubs, could you pass on the Long Ranch?
You have a cart in your kitchen?
Yeah, Meyer's shopping cart.
Can you bring it into the show
Yeah,
here?
it works out well. I figure
Seems
one
like
day I
that'd be
might
a
need it.
Vital.
Keep
piece
all
of
my
our set
important
here.
items in there. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Are we done with that game, or you guys want to keep talking about
Anybody
it?
else want to talk about? No one else?
I think I was on the Texans last week, Rich.
Okay, nice. I was not.
I was, and now I think you gotta tease that number down. Take the Chiefs
For the game. Gotcha.
Yeah. What? So
I don't hate that either. That's great. Now you get it down to what, 1.5, 2.5?
2.5 is what I have it
Perfect.
at. 8.5. It might have changed, but that was
That's what I
today
saw
on.
today.
That was today on DraftKings.
Okay.
You'll probably see it later on in the show.
Perfect.
But I do still.
8.5 is the number, maybe.
How good is Kansas City's defense? I'm not. Can anybody tell me the answer to that question? Because I
mean-
think the point of me asking that is, I mentioned it a couple weeks ago. I think the Chiefs' offense now is pretty potent.
I saw that over under 41.5. I would probably touch the over on that. That seems
It's
like
just
a low total.
For me, opposite of what Rich is saying is, can the Texans do something?
I will disagree with you humbly because you could be very right on this game, but I think the Chiefs' offense sucks, and I think their defense is top 5. Actually, they've been carrying them all year, for sure. You're saying that okay? They got Hollywood Brown.
But
Everybody likes the rookie Pacheco.
Worthy?
I'll tell you what, I think Pacheco sucks. I mean,
really?
everybody loves that guy. I mean, he's good for 2.7 yards in a cloud of dust. That's all that guy does. If he breaks one for 18 yards, and everybody goes like insane, like
He's
Romo and all
he's
that.
not that good. He would be like
he's a
Lions'
7th
fourth
round
stringer.
He's a 7th round pick, and I'll tell you what, if the Chiefs ever brought in like a really true running back.
That's what they need is a good running back.
Exactly. They bring in this Clyde Hilaire. He was worse than Pacheco. I mean, you stop bringing these bruisers in. Give me someone with 4.25 out there or something. 4.3.
A Gibbs on their offense.
Oh my
would be
god, it
lethal,
would be
dude.
sick. It would be sick out there. Yeah, but I mean, I'm sorry. Whatever. I don't think the offense is that good. I think Kelsey. And I think Mahomes is the best quarterback, but I just don't think his receivers are that good. So,
Chris does say, who will the Lions play in the Super Bowl when we get there? I'm going to go with Bills.
I'm saying Bills.
I think so.
Chiefs.
I'm picking Bills.
D-Dub sticking with the
I
Chiefs.
think the Bills finally put it together in the AFC.
It's going to be hard though if they don't.
Oh shit!
If
Tell
they
them to
don't.
the Red Wings. Huh?
If they most likely don't.
That's one of my bets.
$10
If the Wings in the over.
They most
Oh,
likely.
shit. I'm sorry. Did you? I missed one tonight?
Don't
I
worry
have
about
a
it.
couple hockey wins.
All right.
My Wings bet's looking real sexy right now.
Sexy Rexy.
Sexy.
I don't
Rexy.
know how the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl, guys, if they lose to the Ravens. That's all.
That's going to be hard.
I'll tell you what. Out of all the games I'm looking forward to this week, I can't wait to watch
that's
that
Sunday
game.
night. But that's going to be a great one.
That's going to be great.
This is an update from last week's graphic from Unexpected Points. So this is the team.
Rich should be looking forward to the Lions game the most.
They should
No,
be.
I
Since
mean,
he's going to be at it,
I think
right?
I fully expect the Lions to win, and I don't know who's going to win the Bills Ravens. I'm very.
That's going to be.
I mean, that's when you come back home Sunday and you're.
That's going to
feeling,
be a great game, though.
Now I have let myself wonder how an NFC Championship game would be at Ford Field, but I'm trying to stay focused at one
Are you
game.
going to go?
One game at a
NFC
time.
I'm gonna go. I mean, I could easily get $12,000 for my tickets, but I'm gonna go. I
Probably.
think it's once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sick how much the prices are next week already, but it's like
$12,000
For four.
For four.
I mean, you could
Wow.
almost go to the Super Bowl for 2 on that.
Yeah.
You'd have to sell that $12,000.
I would sell that.
I'm not though, because I want to know what that feels like. Cause
You've had an offer for $12,000 though.
I could easily get $12,000
Wow.
Easily.
Tones just offered him
You
10.
need to do it. You need to do it then.
and a blowjob, but I had to pass. I mean,
Well, you figured the blowjob's going to be worth $2,000.
Let me see the lips and we'll talk.
Weird.
no,
Boy, this
that was funny.
what's this called? This long branch really does something to you, Tones.
No, seriously. I mean, yeah, 10 to 12 grand. I mean, I think 12 grand. I think after they win this week, it's going to be about that. That's the going rate for the 4 tickets I own right now.
We'll call
Wow.
him backpedaling Rich as he says 10 to 12 grand
That's
every
tough,
day.
though.
No, I'm saying
He
right
just
now.
got done saying 12 grand easily.
That's a tough number.
if I put them up at the bare minimum right now, I'd get 10. If I put them up for the average, it'd be 12.
But you
Now-
said 12 grand easily.
I will get 12 grand easily.
How about sell them and go to the Super Bowl?
Right. I'm with Tones.
I can't do
Sell
it
'em.
because
Go to Super Bowl
I
instead.
think going.
You
I
already
think
cost the
winning it-
Lions a game when you sold the Bills tickets.
I did, and I sold the Bucks, so I can't really miss these games here. But I think winning and going to the Super Bowl will be so unbelievable because it'll be here, right? If that happens,
The stadium
Not-
would be unbelievable.
That'd be crazy.
yeah, no one's gonna leave. They're gonna do the trophy. I mean, it's just something you're not gonna see
People will wait
again.
their
I
whole
mean, you
lives
could
to
see it
see
next
that
year in
happen.
theory, but right.
Yeah, it'll be mayhem.
I honestly have thought about selling this week's game way more than next week's game.
Yeah, I get that.
But if you go to the Super Bowl, you'd be sitting next to maybe John Wick or Marky Post or Kirstie Alley or somebody
Richard
like that.
Mole,
Marky Post is dead.
Rip.
Jimmy, she passed away.
Jimmy Stewart's son.
Maybe I can sit next to
Sullivan?
Jimmy Stewart as
She's
well. Right. Nice to see you again,
Jimmy's
Rich.
gone.
I didn't even know she was sick.
Pass a pitcher
yeah.
beer, man.
Dun, 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 dun,
Maybe Danny Kaye.
dun, dun. Danny fucking K.
Any fucking people.
We're still talking about Christmas movies on this show now.
No, because you expect them. All right, so what are you going to get out of this week's game? They're either going to win or they're going to lose, and you're going to be pissed, right? So if you're going to sell anything, like to me, I can understand this week's game.
Yeah, but
And
you're not
you
going
can
to get
make
that
it-
much.
I would sell this week and use that money towards the Super Bowl this week's.
I know.
money.
My schedule sucks for Super Bowl and stuff like that, but whatever. I mean, I get it. I would do it in a couple years from now, and when I'm not traveling all around the fucking country for volleyball. But
That makes sense too.
Yeah. Which brings us to our next game, incidentally.
sure, we talked so much about KC Texans. It
Yeah.
hurt.
How about the commies at the Lions? That's going to be 8 o'clock. It's on Fox.
Yeah, well, you know my position. I'll let the
We
guys
are
know.
Fox Sports.
So I think it might be close going halftime, early third, but I think the Lions pull away and win somewhere 10 to 14 point range. So I think the Lions will cover this.
So you think they're going to cover? It's 9.5 all over the place.
Yeah, I think.
Fun
God,
stat.
look at that total. Jeez,
teams-
OP, 55.5.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Teams
I-
favored over 8 or 12-16, like that. Against the
I
spread.
think the spotlight for the Commanders is going to be too much in this type of game, a very harsh environment, and I think the Lions will pull away late in the game. So rookie quarterback in a tough environment. That's got to do
I think
something.
I agree with you, Towns. Once again, the first half spread might be the way to go if you're going to take the Commanders.
If you want to take first half, but Lions, I think they'll.
Sure.
Kind of like the Vikings game, it was close halftime, and the Lions.
I just think it's going to be a
walked away.
complete party. I mean, Saturday night at 8 o'clock in Fort Field.
Oh, it's gonna be a nut
Forget
house.
that. That's a good
Be a
time.
nut house over there.
What do you think Queens is going to be like, Rich?
I don't know. I'm trying to get the crew over there, but we have a couple teenagers.
It's gonna be overflowing. We had to wait
You think they
outside.
let Lauren and Rachel?
We did.
We had to wait outside for a half hour to get into.
Queens is, I mean, best paper planes downtown. I don't know. It's pretty good.
And what color handkerchief? Most importantly,
Red.
what color handkerchief? You're going to wear the red?
Is it blue?
I don't remember the
I don't remember.
correct etiquette.
That's something I've
I'm
always.
more of a. I'm not a.
Put
more
a
of a
purple
giver.
on it.
I'm a giver, not a receiver.
Who isn't? I love Christmas.
Something I've always wondered about.
Yeah.
Pick any bar.
Okay.
Well, let's just call it a gay bar.
All right.
Take a gay bar, but if you got like 50 of your friends and you all went into the place
Right.
when it opened, is it still a gay bar?
Oh, that's a good question.
what happens to what's the dynamic there?
Well, the
Like,
No,
concentration
I
changes.
think
Yeah.
just because you go in there one night doesn't. Because there's when I'm in there, there's always 25% straight. You could tell.
he asked.
Yeah. Rich is.
I walked around and took a fucking survey.
Yeah, as the bouncer,
You can
like,
tell.
what do you think? 25, 30%?
Right,
What do we got?
No, he said gay, straight.
Were you asking people like?
You can tell the
tell. You can
bartenders
tell.
are gay. There's no doubt.
Oh,
when
the
they're in there.
bartenders are gay, flaming.
And then you can tell there's couples in there
Yeah.
as well, like me and Jim or
Well, that's
or me and Lauren.
Exactly.
and,
Specific.
what the.
or we're meeting up with the four of us.
What was the
Whatever.
percentage when we
you
were
guys
there?
walked in there too, right? Before
It's not the land.
JT, what was the percentages when we were there?
It was probably 50-50. I'd say. It really wasn't like flamingly,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which I don't
I like
care if it
them
was.
odds.
But 50. Well, it depends what you're looking for. Yeah.
Really, if you open up the field, it's more game out there. Less rejection.
Like, I fear rejection.
Well, no one gets
No, I like that
rejected in
place.
that bathroom.
It's one of my favorite.
Gay bars?
It's one of my favorite
was
bars in
it was
general.
it was a cool
That was a
place.
great. We had a great. You know,
It's
they
a
have a
great.
nice.
It's a great spot too.
Oh,
like
it's
right on the
perfect.
corner.
Location. Perfect.
Yeah,
Awesome.
good location. Great.
Was that cool? Was that cooler than that old Miami that we went to that time? Jim?
Where was
Yeah,
that?
the old Miami was
Old
rough.
Miami is in what is that? Cass Corridor?
Yeah.
Which sounds bad, but
It's over
That
by,
bar
like,
we went
Wayne
to
State.
before was pretty
it's,
cool though.
it's basically Wayne State.
Gotcha.
What was that?
And-
Something.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Where we eat dinner. It was pretty cool.
Old Miami was sort of. It's supposed to be like a hipster type of thing.
Yeah.
But what it was a
Miami.
it was right on the same level as the street, but it's had a musty smell like you were in a basement, and there was like cardboard boxes in one corner,
I think
like
they had a
you're in a
leak.
basement,
At some point. Yeah, it
and
wasn't.
it was basically like a basement
It
bar.
was a basement.
I'll tell you what, though.
Yeah.
I've been to gay night for cast night on Disney.
That's fun.
That was scary. Now
At
that
Disney?
that was a whole new. What was that paradise? What do they call that? Paradise Island or back in the day?
Paradise Island.
Everybody's got those
And it
Buccaneers
was a
hats on. Did you have?
spinning dance floor with like just all these. Oh my god! It was like everybody gay. Like you could. I felt violated trying to walk out of there.
He asked him.
Really? Did you?
Yeah.
He surveyed the crowd.
We found out when we walked out it was gay night for the cast members.
Gotcha.
But we didn't know that walking in because, obviously your odds are what 6 out of 7 that you're going on straight night. But
Yeah.
Whatever will get us in without a cover.
That's what Rich said. He's
Yeah.
like, so which night's no cover? Didn't think about it any further after
Sure.
that. That's the CPA in you, Rich.
hey, I like a good deal.
Which night can I get in without a cover?
As long as you make a good paper plane, I'm down.
Oh, shit. Okay, let's move on. How about the...
I don't even know. Are we talking about these games?
yeah, well, supposed to.
Yeah,
Then-
we're so
going back.
sidetracked.
Everybody likes the Lions, right? Everybody,
The
Yeah,
Lions.
Lions.
I
Oh, wait, we want to go back to that.
let's
I
talk
ain't heard
about
Jim's
the.
opinion on any of these games.
Let's talk about the Lions.
Talking about the Lions?
They got Montgomery back. I heard that
I don't like that number. That's a big number.
Sonic and Hedgehog.
for his
Sonic and
prop bet
Knuckles.
for yards.
No, I don't know about the. I'm talking about the spread for the game. Although, if there's probably going to be a blowout, I would think probably be the Lions. They're going to blow the shit out of the commies. No,
I think.
I just think the experience is going to come into play at the end of the game.
What do you take away from that Commodores Bucks game? That
I wouldn't just as
Buccaneers blew
expected.
it?
I don't. Yeah, they blew it.
they blew it. And what about all the times that the Redskins were in the inside the 5 and didn't score?
Right.
Similar to what the Vikings did against the Lions. So that compounds it a little bit and makes you think, man, the Redskins really do stink. This should be a 30-point. I still think you got Jaden Daniels. I don't know, man. That guy is.
Yeah, that team's not even a playoff game without that guy. He's that good. He's that special. He's he doesn't ever look like, even when the guy banked it out the field goal, he was just he's like, all right, like whatever, he's awesome. He's definitely the best player in the draft this year. The Bears fucked up once again, but I don't think he can carry him. The Lions are that good. I mean, I don't know about next week, but I'll say this week the Lions are too good for that team.
Too big to fail.
too big to fail. Realtor Lauren in the chat. She says it's going to take 40 minutes to cover these couple of games.
Yeah, it's going to
Hey,
take longer than doing the whole NFL during the regular season.
Right. Well, this is really in-depth analysis. It is the divisional round here,
Yeah, it is.
Lauren. So
It's high-
cut us a
big
little
league.
slack.
It's not going to take as long as you take to figure out the lowest interest rate.
Nah. That
the
was
fuck are you
Scott
talking about?
Baker.
Well, I don't know what that means.
Passing the Longwood back to Daryl.
What else do you do with as a realtor? You got to look at the interest
Oh,
rates.
you're talking about realtor.
She
Come
does
on,
more
man.
of
I thought you were talking
she's
about
more
us.
of a comp girl.
Yeah, she's
What?
not looking at
Comp. She's looking at comps all
She doesn't
the
do
time. She
mortgages.
wants,
comps.
Yeah.
As in, we'll comp you to come on out. We'll get you a free breakfast if you come.
Yeah, I'll tell you, my realtor, you know what she does?
What?
She gives us pies at Christmas time.
It's nice.
It's real nice, actually.
Does she know you're not going to sell for another 10, 12 years?
I told her this, and she says, well, you know what? You have some pies.
Tough
Okay.
racket. It's a tough
It is a
racket
tough
because
game.
it's not like a car where you're going to buy another one in 3 to 5 years.
Well, maybe Jim's looking to upgrade. How do you know?
I know,
I
Jim.
think we're looking to
He's gonna downgrade, if anything. Same
Lauren
thing.
says, not a lender. That's right. She's not a lender.
You know Dante?
He's a lender.
Dante.
Dante, we love you, Dante. Does he tune into the show? Tones, you know this? You talk to Dante.
I
more
don't
than-
think so.
You got to send him
I
a
don't know
link.
if he knows about it, to be
'Cause
honest.
we talk about Dante, one of the most positive people I've
He
ever
loves
met in
his
my life.
wife.
He loves his wife. He loves his life. Great
That's-
guy. Great guy. All right, let's get back to this. So we got the Rams and the Eagles. This is going to be Sunday at 3 o'clock on
Eagles.
NBC/Peacock.
Peacock.
Rams and the Eagles. What are you guys thinking on this one? Richie, you got any vibe on this?
I'm vibing the LAFD, baby. I think the Rams cover, and I might take a little on the money line, too. I'm not looking forward to seeing this team. And, of course, out of all the quarterbacks we got to see again, it's Stafford and Ford Field, right?
That would be something to go to the Super Bowl. We
I
have
mean,
to go
we
through
can't shake this
Stafford.
guy. It's almost too perfect, right? Like we're gonna have to face this guy to go to our Super Bowl after he got his own damn Super
That
Bowl.
would be quite the storyline. But
the script is written, Tones.
yeah,
L.A., Detroit, and Detroit.
LA looked good last week, and I think they're going to give the Eagles everything they could handle. And I'm taking the points with the Rams.
Kelly
So,
Stafford back in town. We have to hear about that all week.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a deal.
I think the Rams cover this game.
Me too.
This wouldn't be a bad one to possibly. It doesn't make sense in the Wong department, but you can tease it and get 12. That sounds pretty good. Here's the thing: I've been high on the Rams. I got tickets on the Rams to go to the Super Bowl, but I didn't really care for the way they played last week. I wasn't overly.
9 sacks wasn't enough for you?
No, I mean
That's not enough?
the defense, yes, but that offense.
Yeah, we should maybe
Which-
talk about this. Did you? How many fucking sacks did Sam Darnold take, and how Sam Darnoldy did Sam
Is it-
Darnold become?
I know.
Sam Darnold just lost $100 million.
Well, I'll
don't
tell you
think
what.
so.
I,
I really
thought
don't.
about the
Someone pay
fact
him.
that the Lions.
Just give it to JJ. Sam Darnold.
Oh yeah, he's gone, dude. He's gone.
The
JJ all
Lions
the way.
Lions sort of looked. Their defense sort of looked good.
But now you wonder,
They
though,
finally
right?
started to get after a quarterback for the first time and for whatever. And you wonder now
Or did the Lions break them?
whether the
That's what I'm
Vikings.
thinking. The Lions
The
broke
Lions
him.
broke them.
Were the Vikings. The offensive
We
line.
all know the record of teams
That
after
bad?
playing the record, after playing the Lions.
I don't want to.
Jarrell brought
I don't
that
want
up.
to hear
yeah,
that
that's
hogwash.
Shout out Jorel. I set him up perfect.
wonder how bad the Vikings offensive line is.
CK.
Like I said, that was the one game I was able to watch, and I was just like, "Fuck, I got to turn this off."
It was bad, right?
It was so bad. He spent more
I
time
told
on his ass.
I told Lauren, I'm like, listen, I don't even want to watch the first half because I don't care because I wanted to know who was playing the Lions, right? Then
Sure,
we already knew
Yep.
it was Washington, and then I put it on the fourth quarter. I'm like, we should go in bed like half an hour ago. This game is terrible.
I couldn't believe how much they got to him. It was 9 sacks.
I'll tell you what, though, the one play
They
I
were
did see in the
destroying
first half,
them. Wow.
they got screwed on that bullshit Stafford flick. That could have changed the whole game.
You're right. You're
and
right.
I told you guys last week
Yeah.
that if Stafford does Stafford and he does the pick six, then it could be a different game. Well, the Vikings would have been up in that game. I don't know what the score was, but
Look at the way that happened, though. Like he knew what he was doing.
I don't care. That's a
So if
bullshit
you
play.
Take it. I mean, basically, he did it on purpose. You saw that, right? Like, so I don't think he would intentionally. So I wiped that play out, and it
Bill
basically
Belichick
leaves
said
you
it was
where
a
it
fumble,
was.
so I'll agree with him.
Well.
Future coach of the Cowboys, by the way. Shout out
Yeah. Bye Mike McCarthy. I will say.
Belichick or
That
Dion?
is
Belichick.
never
Dion.
going to happen.
Why not?
I don't know. He left the Patriots and he's went to the.
Cowboys are one of
UNC.
the finest franchises in the NFL. Why would you not want to coach the Cowboys?
There's a guy that I don't think really cares that much. In fact, if anything, he would probably think that Jerry Jones is too meddling.
I would think that he just wants to coach and doesn't give a shit.
I disagree. He could have coached at the Patriots forever.
Well, I'm going to say right here and right now that Belichick is probably the front runner for the Cowboys job.
Never
I
going to
thought
happen.
it was Receipts. Wasn't it the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
Primetime.
Dion.
He interviewed him already, but
Neon Dion.
Well,
The
didn't Jerry come late to the game with this whole thing or
it
something?
don't matter. Jerry's Jerry. But I mean, another guy you might hire is Witten just because he thinks he's the next Dan Campbell. tight
Jason
end.
Witten.
Jason Witten?
Jason Witten.
Really?
Yeah.
He won
Former
back-to-back championships
tight end.
at some high school, so he's ready for the.
He's ready for the
NFL.
bigs.
Yeah, time to go.
Ready for the
So,
bigs.
anyways, what's next?
I was going to say something. Oh, yeah. Last week, there was a lot of hot takes on the show that were really good takes, by the way. I think you had the commodes, which was great.
Like about
Rich, you called the next series of games, I think. You and Dom did. It was weird. But yeah, if you listen back last show, it was a pretty good, pretty predictive show.
What happened?
Hey, you have to listen back and see what happened. It's a link will be in the description below.
What did you call Rich?
Predictive?
I think we kind of just set up the next round of the playoffs, pretty much.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you guys were really good last week.
Yeah.
Huh.
We actually know what we're talking about here, most of us.
Yeah, and I listened to it after I saw what happened with all the games. I was like, wow, they were
just
right.
Came out of your coma, I'm sure.
Yeah, I was in a bit of a coma. All right, so at 6:30 on Sunday, we got the Ravens and the Bills. This is gonna be such a great game. It's gonna be on CBS and or Paramount Plus if you're a Paramount Plus subscriber, and if you're not, use our link. And no, I'm just kidding. We don't have a link. 6:30. What do you think? Who wants it? Anybody? I'll put the numbers.
I always
up
lead
here for
off,
you guys.
but I mean, I'll say I think Lamar's a classic playoff choke, and this is in Buffalo. So for one time, I think I don't know what happens next week, but
it's a point.
boy, if Buffalo wins and KC wins and Detroit wins and Philadelphia or LA, I mean, we're in for a hell of a NFC AFC championship next weekend. And I usually think the teams get weeded out at this point, and I don't care what DFOA you throw at me. The
DVOA.
I don't
yes.
care. The fucking Ravens always choke every time. And they should have beat the Chiefs by 15 last year, but they didn't. And you know what? I've seen Allen. I like Allen, and I think he gets it done at home. It's going to be cold.
Yeah.
It's going to be snowy. I'll take Cook over Henry in this game, too.
Yeah, I think Lamar is okay in the first round of playoffs, but once he gets to the bigger games, the bigger stage, he does choke at Buffalo. I think they got this. Buffalo looks too good all over the place. Having this game in their own turf, I don't see them not winning this game.
It's going to be a good game.
It's going to be a showdown.
Yeah.
Bills and Chiefs. That's what's going to happen. So.
That's a tough one. It's a tough one.
You can see Daryl wants to jump in, but he's like, nah, I can't do it.
I think it's funny because later on in the show you'll see that I take the Bills in a teaser, and so they're getting 7.5 points. But I would say right now that I think the Ravens are going to win and the Ravens are going to cover. Now, that sounds ridiculous.
Well, they have to cover one. It's not exactly.
That's the thing. What's the point in the? You should just make it a pick 'em game or make it a 3-point game.
What's the point? Is people want to make money, Daryl? Show them the money. Show me the money.
You should just make it a pick 'em game or a 3-point game and just adjust the juice.
Well, I think the only difference is the home field advantage, right? Basically.
Well, I mean,
it's not like
it's interesting that the Ravens are now favorites and they're
they are.
Yeah,
No shit.
1.5.
I thought it was 1.5 Bills. No.
No,
Okay.
I think it may have started that way. No, but and that's with the home field. So I mean, really, it would be like a 3-point game. I guess is what
Sure.
would be suggesting.
Okay.
I don't. Maybe the two best teams. I still think that the Chiefs are the team to beat.
Two best teams in the AFC.
I mean, that's
I
the
think
thing.
the Lions are the best team in the NFL.
There's 3 teams in the AFC that you could argue and make a legitimate point that they are the Super Bowl favorites.
There's
right?
5 that I think you could. Anybody would pick them to win the Super Bowl, right?
I guess that's fair.
I mean, you told me any 5 would win, I'd be like, okay, shocking news here.
Fair enough. So but on the especially on the AFC side, it feels like it's such a you just have to have an opinion one way or the other. That's all there. There's nothing you can really point to.
No, I don't think you're going to sound dumb, right? No matter what side you pick.
Well, I'll say then my pick is the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are of the 3.
They're not playing in this game, though. So
No, I
who do
know.
you like here?
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's very fair.
You want to rule on that?
I rule in favor of Rich every time.
Also, Stina.
Rich,
Where's my
Rich is
gavel?
also paying me. Yeah, you get it 4 weeks from now. Next month, it's yours.
I understand. The Chiefs is a good conversation for next week, but like, what do you like in this game, baby? Come on.
It's interesting. I will say that the Ravens, I like the Ravens.
You like the Ravens to win,
Yeah.
but you like it to be close.
Incidentally, though,
And if you added
later
6
on in the
points, you'll
show,
take the- you'll
you'll
take the
see
Bills.
that I'm
I
taking the
get that.
Ravens. It doesn't make sense.
Right? No,
No, it makes sense.
No, it doesn't make
6
sense.
points is a lot of points in a playoff
I put
game.
this on the
I
screen
can tell
earlier.
you when I don't make sense, and this is time I don't make sense because
I'm telling you, it makes
if
sense
I'm
to me.
it doesn't make sense because if that's the case,
Talk
then
to me, baby.
why wouldn't I just tease the Ravens?
Because you're not as confident on the Ravens, but you just think they're going to win just by enough. That's why.
But wouldn't you just tease the
No, I
tease the
wouldn't.
Ravens?
Why would I
then?
not take the points? I didn't even know the Bills were getting points. Again, 8.5. You're going through the 7.
Jimmy-
There's a lot of things in your favor, Daryl.
Jimmy, you're supposed to be a bright guy. Does that make sense? That I'm
Yeah.
teasing. I'm saying the Ravens are going to win. Ravens are going to cover, but I'm teasing the Bills.
That makes perfect sense.
Does that
to
make
me.
any sense? I should just tease the Ravens, right?
No.
You shouldn't tease the Ravens at all if you think they're going to win and cover. Why would
Yeah.
Why would you tease them?
If you're going to tease anybody, you tease Ravens, right?
I suppose.
But
I
you've got the
suppose,
advantage
but-
of going through the 7 with the Bills.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer, Daryl. You're good.
It's not a no-brainer because
No-brainer.
I'm saying I'm expecting them to cover 1.5
just gonna-
points.
That's okay.
Add some commentary,
okay.
some color here. Add some colored. Rich is really pounding down that fucking bourbon over there.
It's good.
You like it?
This is his
Rich,
third
you owe me
refill.
$35.
I'll
You got some
gladly-
longwood over there.
Yeah.
I got a lot of wood.
Yeah.
It's branched, by the way.
I was hoping to get
Branch.
like one more sip. I may not be able to get
Oh, yeah. No, I'm good.
No,
I'm
I'm just-
done.
I'm
I got to
teasing.
grab my daughter.
Got
Got some
I'll
long,
pass that
long
down.
Brian Branch.
Get that away from me.
Can I
It's
put
good.
this on the screen for the 4th time? So this is after last week.
I don't have any beer up here.
They tear down the. This is
You need a beer?
unexpected points.
No, I'm good now. Thank you.
Yeah?
I'm good.
After last week's games,
Yep.
tier
I
one
would-
teams. You got the Lions, you got the Bills, you got the obviously the Lions haven't moved, but you got the Bills, you got the Ravens, and you can see that the Bills and the Ravens are clustered closer together. And then you got the Eagles, who are
Eagles
living
fly.
high on that defense over there. Then
Where Eagles fly.
yeah, that is where Eagles fly. On
Fly,
the wings
Eagles
of
fly.
love. You like that song?
All the
I don't
winds
think we're
of
thinking of
love.
the same song.
Okay.
I'm thinking of the Misfits.
I think in Hotel California.
We were all different then. The third tier teams, you got the Chiefs who haven't moved. The Washington Redskins, they moved up a little bit, as did the LA Rams. And then still back in the third tier rather, is the
So
Houston
this thing
Texans.
is basically telling you Baltimore Buffalo is the best game of the week, right?
Yeah, I mean the tier one teams are the big four now. You got the Eagles, you got the Ravens, you got Bills, and you got Lions. Those are your tier ones.
Sure.
And then tier twos, KC, but of course KC hasn't moved. Neither was the Lions because they didn't play last week. And then the Redskins and the Rams, and then on the third tier is the people from Houston, the Texans, is what they're called.
Where Eagles fly.
Trademarked.
Fly, Eagles fly.
Trademarked. All right, and then what we got? Still one more thing to talk
National
about.
championship.
Yeah, you got Monday. This is Monday Night Football, baby. You got the
So-
Ohio State University.
Can we
Notre
call
Dame.
it college football, Joe?
Would
Just try it.
I could. He probably doesn't want to be
He'll
on.
answer.
he was on before?
I'm not going to randomly call college
Just do
football,
it.
Joe.
Do it.
He's got a family.
Just do it.
Nah, not going to do it.
Coward.
I'm going to do it.
Did you
Come
guys
from
ever
a-
think the line was going to be 8.5 in this game? Like that blew me away. I was talking.
I was thinking like a touchdown.
I was thinking like 3 points or
No,
something.
6.5. Like
Why?
I thought you were the guy that predicts the lines.
I do NFL lines, Daryl. I'm
saying
so
the-
blown away by this line.
I think the
I'm
Washington
taking the
defense. I think
Irish.
Washington defense is going to be exposed by line. You talking about the line?
No, I'm talking about Notre Dame OSU tones.
What were you thinking?
What are you talking
think it was
about?
3?
I
was
don't
thinking
have it
about
on the-
3.
This is the most recent here, so it's you can get 9.5.
I was embarrassed.
God.
9.5. You can get on the.
You can get 9.5.
Irish?
Although it's 8.5 most
Why?
places.
Why is that line? I don't understand that.
I think the Irish's offense is not that great to keep up.
It's the same team that lost to Michigan.
But I think the Irish's defense could mimic Michigan's defense against Ohio State to keep it close. But if it gets in a shootout, Notre Dame cannot keep up touchdown for touchdown with them. But I did take the points with the Irish.
You took the points with the
That's
Irish.
one of my bets.
I got
eight and a
the
half?
points.
Yeah.
That's way too many points for a championship game.
I think it's going to come down to a field goal.
This reminds me of OSU Miami. Remember that, Daryl? Like it was like 10.5.
Yes, but there's
Like,
been
why?
there's been plenty of blowouts in the championship.
Yeah, but has there
game.
ever been a line that's like 10 or 9.5?
So it's the line that matters the most.
Well,
Is that-
that's the last line I remember being a big line. I took OSU, and you looked at me and you said, "Why did you take OSU?" And I said, "Because Miami was undefeated. They were far superior that year. It's just too many points for a championship game to me. They could lose, but I mean, like, why 10?
I think it's going to be a defensive struggle, to be honest. I think it's going to...
I mean, what's OSU
it should be a
showing us that
low-scoring
they're
game,
so
I
great?
think.
They blew it at Oregon. They lost to Oregon.
What did Michigan beat Washington by last year?
Oh, it was like 21 points or something.
There
like
you
that.
go.
Yeah, but that game was close going to the fourth quarter, right?
I'm thinking of an Ohio
It
State
blew out,
national
yeah.
Before
championship.
your
blew
boy
up.
Pentatonics all of a sudden can throw to anybody on his...
What
Mikey
about
Sandersdale, who's on Washington.
the last
That's why I
time-
want the Lions to draft, but they didn't.
the last time Ohio State played in the national championship game?
Was that against Miami?
No,
Oh, no, they beat... No, they lost to...
they won one.
Was it Alabama they beat? Was it?
Somebody got blown out by.
It was it. Yeah. They got blown up.
They also won one, though.
They won the first 14 playoff.
Yes.
Yeah, the one with
was like
Cardale
2015.
Jones.
Yes, that's correct.
Was that Alabama? Was it against Alabama?
I think
I mean, it's
maybe
a
if you
good
look
guess.
back, Rich, though, the scores are not always that close.
I'm not saying that, but
I know
going
what you're
into the
saying.
game, they're not usually 10 point
Notre
spreads.
Dame's
either.
got a solid D, though. I think they
I
have the
don't
components.
even hate the quarterback. That guy was a stud at Duke last year. He just got hurt a lot.
They
He's
have
good.
They have the components to keep Ohio State's offense in
He
check,
was a
though.
better quarterback last year than the guy was at Kansas State for Ohio State last
Yeah.
year. I'll tell you that much.
No, this is gonna be a 3-6 point game, I think.
Load up on Irish.
Yeah.
Put the bourbon on the shelves for everybody. Especially if we got the long branch.
Wrong.
Wrong, you say.
At least a 10-point victory.
You told
for
me
Ohio
last
State.
time I was wrong, and Ohio State outright won that game. So
Damn, that Rich has a good memory. That game was 24 years ago.
They looked pretty solid against Georgia, the Irish.
well, they had the guy that looked like death coach in Miami back then. Was it Larry Coker?
Oh, Larry Coker. Yeah, the Larry Coker.
Bring up a picture of death, Jim.
Mark
Can you show that for the-
D'Antonio on
Death. Grim Reaper.
defense
rather.
there.
Larry Coker.
He did. He looked like he was like the crypt keeper.
I'm going to bounce
He
back.
looked like a young, by young, I mean, Beano
What?
Cook.
Andrew Jackson.
Beano Cook. Remember him?
Vino was a kind of a stout fellow, though. He was a little pudgy.
So was Larry Coker, I believe.
No, he was skinny. He looked like that. He looked like he was on a cancer bed from the day he coached him.
You're thinking of Burns.
Burns.
Jerry
Burns.
Burns.
Mr.
Burns?
No, he was like Jerry Burns. He was
I
very
think
like
Coker
that.
was heavy set.
Give me a Larry Coker shot, Jimmy.
Larry Coker? All right. I got it. Rich is hitting the
I
bourbon.
I
think-
feel like he. No, why? Yeah. all
Larry
right.
Coker wasn't.
If he's a stout fella, I'm gonna stop drinking
Larry
because there's no
Coker-
way.
Larry Coker wasn't
He looked
skinny.
like he smoked 100 cigarettes a day.
Oh, Coker was, he looked
He
rough.
wasn't skinny though.
Yeah, he was. His eyes were like bulging out of his head because he's.
There's Larry Coker from
He's heavy.
He ain't heavy.
He ain't
Yeah.
skinny.
He does look like that. Those
He
eyes
looks
are
like
all
a wide-bodied
That's his
lineman.
days at UTSA. Let me see his Ohio State days for Christ's sake.
No, Miami.
Miami. Thank
Log
you.
into Facebook for that crap. Hold on.
What a fine-looking fella.
Nice looking guy.
So that was before Miami, UT.
I don't know.
Yeah,
What's he
it's
wearing on the
after.
right? Is that
That
a
was
Florida
after.
Gator?
Oh, you went there after?
Yeah, that was his older days. I need a full shot.
Larry Coker.
I can only imagine what I'm going to get
I don't
my,
need him hunched over at a press conference.
Yes.
Should I put Larry Coker full body
Yes,
shot?
full-
Can I
I'm gonna
borrow
get
that?
frontal.
Give me that
weird-
gavel,
I'm going
Jimmy.
to get weird ads for days now.
Jimmy,
Well,
give me that gavel.
A lot of
Oh,
people
there you
think
go.
his Miami team was the best team of the last
The
25
best
years.
team, one of the best teams of all time, right?
Yeah.
Edgar and
Show me the
James.
picture, Jimmy.
All right, hold on. Full body. This is going to be weird.
Larry Coker.
Larry Coker.
No, he looks pretty skinny, actually.
That's what I'm trying to
What?
say. I told you.
I mean,
Show me.
Yeah, he was a skinny dude. He ain't heavy set at all.
Yeah, he's normal sized.
For how old he is, too.
Look at his face.
He's got some old man skin.
He was an older dude. He had a lot of moles. His eyes were sunken back, which made him look like death a lot of times.
Go to that one of those other Getty images.
Hey, look at this one.
Not that one.
Yeah, look how skinny he is.
Look at the one
Skinny
below
there
it.
too.
He is skinny.
He's skinny. He's not a fat guy.
Oh, who are you thinking of? Is that the guy you're thinking of?
They never showed. To my credit, they never showed him below the shoulders. Look at him above the.
He wore some baggy clothes. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's what it was. His triple chin.
All right,
and
so
his,
I'm not off my rocker.
You're partially.
There's a shot of him. He looks like a very svelte
He's actually pretty skinny.
70-year-old.
He's got a,
You're nuts.
When you're
he's got
smoking,
a double chin.
Yeah, you're nuts.
Double chin.
when you're smoking
Horse
100
size,
cigarettes a day,
Yeah.
trying to coach Maurice Colette, was it Colette?
Again, he didn't coach Ohio State.
Oh, Edgar and James.
He didn't coach Edger and James.
Edgar, I thought he was. Who was the guy that had the patellar, like the MC? He had the injury and came back in the championship game. I thought that was Edrin.
No. He got injured in the championship game.
That was Edrin.
No, that was the guy that played for the Bills.
Give me the name, baby. He was a good running back.
Willis McGahee.
Oh, McGee.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's right.
McGee. Yep.
Yeah.
No Frank Gore.
Frank Gore was. He might have coached Frank Gore,
Yeah, he might have been on the team.
but definitely not Edgerin.
Anyways,
Edgerin was a
what's
few
up?
years before.
Are we Catholics or what are we doing here? I'm a Catholic.
It's Ohio State.
No
I'd go
way.
Ohio State.
Ohio State 10
Why?
or more.
Right, okay. All right.
I think it's going to be a close. I think Ohio State finds a way to win,
All right.
but it's going to
We're
be
split.
within a TD range.
No, I don't see it. If they can beat Texas like that, because it was a close game, but at the end of the day, how much did they win by? Double digits, baby.
I think it's going to be good. You got Ohio State lost to Michigan. Texas beat Michigan. Ohio State beat Texas. So what are we talking about here? We're not talking about a lot of
that's
points.
the transitive property, right,
All right.
Jimmy?
Oh, yes.
That's
A
the transitive property.
Totally
Equals
transitive.
B and B equals C. Then
Right.
Squared.
A equals C.
Hey, look, I'll got some insight on this. How about odds to win the Super Bowl? You got the Lions are the favorite right now, at plus 290. The Chiefs plus 350. Eagles 420. Ravens 4.7 to 1. Bills 5.5. Then you start getting the Rams 16 to 1. Commies 26 to 1. Texans 44 to 1. By the way, there was an error on last week's numbers. I had 10 to 1. It should have been for the Texans. Should have been 100 to 1.
I think if
They're now
you're throwing
44.
money, the Bills is probably the best bet.
Well, I mean, based on what you and Rich have been saying for the last
the 5.5 to 1, that's if I just had money and I wasn't a hardcore Lions fan and I was just objectively looking at that, I would do the Bills if I were throwing 100
Still getting 3 to 1 on the Lions, Tones.
Yeah.
What are you jumping ship now?
It's
I'm not
interesting.
jumping ship. I think Lions, but the bang for the
Okay,
buck.
I'm taking the
think
Lions.
that's
I
the
think
best
Campbell's the best coach in the league.
It's interesting though that the Bills are the 5th on the list.
Yeah.
That is interesting. Well, you know why? Because they have the toughest. They got the toughest road.
They got to go to Ravens, Chiefs.
How is that any different than the
That's a tough-
Ravens?
Ravens and Chiefs? That's a
It's
tough.
not.
that's
I
a
mean,
tough
yeah,
road.
the Ravens are the 4th. So you
So
got.
somebody's got to decide that the Ravens
God.
are ahead
I
of
would
the
agree
Bills.
that. Well,
the
they're
Bills should
favored, aren't
be
they?
lower odds.
You told me they were favored, right?
They are favored, yes.
Right. So if you flipped it the other way, it'd be the other way.
The Bills should be swapped because they're hosting
How about the
Ravens,
Eagles?
I think.
I agree, Tom.
Should the Eagles be ahead of both of those teams?
I don't know. What are the
No.
Eagles' odds? I
They're
gotta
3.
See. I need. I
Plus
need to-
420.
No.
420.
I think the Lions take care of the Eagles.
I don't. The Eagles got to beat
problem.
the. I don't even know if they get past the Rams.
The Rams, I'm telling you, I wouldn't be shocked if the Rams are coming to Detroit next week.
No, because that's the script. That's a perfect script.
I would not be shocked.
All right, guys. Man, we've talked about a lot tonight.
Have we?
I think so.
Just warming up. Sure.
It's just warming up. Okay. Well, we still got our top picks
on
standings we got to talk about.
What are you doing? That's the worst.
The Christopher Walken?
Walken Stewart.
Is that a
combo.
Walken? Yeah. Christopher Walken
I like what
as
I'm hearing.
Jimmy
Yeah, I
Stewart.
just need some more cowbell. I can't do
Let's
it.
catch up on our standings. Richie, yeah, you're making headway, buddy.
I know I am.
You're
I'm
under the
plowing
20
through.
mark.
I'm like Tones is in my.
He's in your radar.
He's in my
He's
radar.
right in your gator.
I also want to see who the best NFLer is.
Well, you already probably know. Dubs. Hey, Dubs, congratulations. You're back in the black.
Back.
There There you go. Plus 1.33.
Final
Hopefully you can hold on this time. Tones, you're down 14.
Talk about holding on. That's kind of what you've been doing the last 3 months, right?
I'm barely even holding on. Tones down 14. Myself up 11.
Wow.
And then as a group, we're down 21.5. Now let's zoom into the NFL. I know Rich is, God, he's going to have a fucking chub over there. Richie up 2.04. 2.04.
If you want to know the NFL, you come to Richie.
Yeah, you come to Rich for this 1 week, up 2.04.
1 week.
That's only been 1 week that you've
This
ever...
has been over 103
won.
units, sir.
Well, yeah, but you've only had the lead for 1 week here. Yeah, the rest
to
of the
put
weeks
it-
you come
put
to,
it that
come
way-
to Big
The
Daddy.
proof is in the pudding, sir.
Yeah,
Put
okay.
it that way, the last 90 days, I'm up 10 units on Rich in the NFL. So,
So there you go. Maybe you go to
who's-
D-Dub.
I think
not
what
sweating
you
it
do
either,
is,
Rich.
I think Rich Tones and Dubs are the guys that pick if you're going to NFL right now.
But you claim that JT was a top 60% handicapper in the NFL.
last year he was. He had
You
a
didn't
bad
say
year.
last year.
I said at the beginning of the year he
Yeah,
was.
and last year and half of this year, and the last half hasn't been so amazing.
It's been
for-
Jim
been a
likes
little
those
rough.
parlays a little too much for my liking.
which isn't usually my thing. But
What?
I'm trying to... Let's look at NCAA.
Oh, whoa. That's all green there, too.
Yeah, that's good for Rich. Although Tones is spanking you like the Queen's bitch that you are, Rich.
if you like
He
a
says,
consistent player, you vote, you bet with me.
you know,
If you like
this isn't a popularity contest, Rich.
Once again,
Okay.
if you want to be up 5 units over the last 90 days between me and Rich, that would be me.
Yeah, you're doing good last year. You've had a good 90 days here, Dub. Didn't even know that.
What can I say? If I don't toot my own horn,
Congratulations.
obviously nobody will. We'll talk about Rich's dominance in the NFL.
I wouldn't say dominance. He's up a point.
We'll talk about Rich's dominance in the
I'm up,
NFL.
There's still plenty to go.
oh, guys, I have to say, though, Jim,
Yes, sir.
next week, here's what I want you to do.
Okay.
Deduct every MLB bet all 4 of us have ever made and show those stats.
That's probably a good idea.
Baseball?
I looked at baseball. Me, Tones, and Daryl. I think we're down 10, and then I think you're not far behind.
I couldn't be far behind. No.
We are just no baseball this year, boys.
No baseball?
Yeah.
What are we gonna do in the summer? Tennis
Baseball hasn't
and
been-
soccer.
I don't know. Find something else
Soccer.
because
Soccer.
baseball is bad, and I was looking at it, and it stands out for all of us. Like I'm down 10 units, Daryl's down like 11 units. I don't know. Tones is down, Jim's down. Everybody's down in unless you get that. What was that deal we had last year? The plus.
Well, that we couldn't
We'll bring that
incorporate
up.
into the show, but that was a
The up,
God's
we
blessing.
got up 2 runs or
was.
something. Or
Yeah, the
up too early.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll have that again this year.
if they bring that back
hope.
and it's available to everybody, we should be able to bring that in the show somehow.
Yeah, but the problem is you can only put X amount of dollars.
That's
on
fine
It, you know what
though.
I mean?
Just putting. We'll say we can only max unit on
It
it.
just depends on how bad you are. Because if you're as bad as I was,
They gave you a lot, right?
$100.
I had lost with that.
I was
that
up
deal.
$1,700 from that bet alone. Remember?
Jeez, yeah, yeah.
was
You would think with the Tigers doing well, we would have actually had a good year in baseball.
No, I
Tones
mean,
was probably the
Tones,
best.
sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Great. I'm telling you, Jim. Like we are a money making machine. If you just don't bet baseball.
Then
with
again,
us.
if Tones the first 3 months of the year, you probably were sucking hind tit. The Tigers finally in October got back to the point where
September,
wait.
October.
The Tigers finally in October got back to the point where Tones and I bet them at the beginning of the season.
Right.
We bet the future bets on the Tigers because they were sort of a hot,
Yeah,
High
hot
commodity.
ticket. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
but
fun.
nothing but down.
It was a
from,
fun ride though.
from March
Did you guys see
31st.
that somebody, I think it wasn't ESPN, God, I don't know if it was Sports Illustrated, but somebody like predominant has the Tigers winning the World Series this year.
Really?
And
I have not
they haven't
seen
signed any. I guess they're
I need to
assuming-
see a free agent or two here. And they haven't done much.
Has anything happened with that
Bregman or whatever.
Bregman's still out
Oriental
there.
That's the
fella?
saddest
no,
part.
No, the Oriental fella.
Yeah, he eliminated like 6 teams, but not Detroit.
We
But
got a good player. We got the 4th best international player we signed.
honestly, if they would just fucking open up the wallet, they're like so close to being like a great team next year. Like, why would you not?
I would take
I think they're
Bregman.
gonna get Bregman. They're just.
I would do lower if we could get him for like 4 years.
Oh, they're gonna get him.
but
for
I don't
sure.
want the 6-year deal. But like
No,
a
they're
4-year
gonna get
deal.
him, and I mean,
I'd rather overpay for 4 years.
I think they're gonna get him, but I mean, who's that guy from the Orioles that had like 44 home runs?
Santander.
They're all over
He's still
that
out
guy
there.
too. Like, yeah, I know. Like,
They're gonna get one of them. I just
just
think
get
they're.
both of them and let's win the World Series.
I think they're just going back and forth right now between the two.
You know what? Get both those guys signed Flaherty and let's win a World Series.
Let's go for it.
Seriously,
Go for the gusto.
Let's go.
From the guy that 2 years ago had the two worst teams to win the World Series, the Rangers and the Diamondbacks. Remember that?
I remember that one.
This is a weird. I tell you right now, there's Dodgers and nobody else. Just
That's
bet
who
the,
they have beating the Tigers.
just
beating.
bet
It's
the Dodgers. I mean, it's
Just bet the
silly.
Dodgers.
Why bet the Dodgers though?
They're going to
That's-
sign that Oriental fella.
okay, what's his name? He has a name.
It doesn't matter.
His name's not Yellow.
That's a Rock used to say. It doesn't matter what his name is.
Yeah, I think the Dodgers. He doesn't want to play for a big time team, though. He said he doesn't want to play for a big market team. So it kind of points to the Tigers having a shot at this guy.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I've only heard Dodgers. I've only heard that he's going to sign.
And we got
Dodgers.
another Oriental fella on the roster, so he might be.
Yeah, he
attracted
doesn't
to-
want to be overshadowed by Osaki.
or Kim Jong.
Osaka. I don't think it's Osaki.
That's a Japanese steakhouse not too far from here.
Osaka.
No, you can't overshadow that. All
Come
right,
on,
let's do some
Chew.
top picks, guys. We're at
Let's do the picks.
Richie. Here you go, buddy. Texans 8.5.
Yeah, I'm all over the Texans here. I like it. 8.5. I said this earlier. 1 unit.
Cashy.
Got it over to. I don't even know what voice I'm doing anymore.
Yeah.
Take the Texans. All right.
How about the Rammers?
I'm high on the two teams that are getting the most points this weekend. So you know what? I think the Rams are feeding in this LA Fire thing as they should, and I'm not entirely sold on the Eagles. So I like 6 points. I don't know if they win, but I'm gonna take the 6.
I fucked this one up, Rich. I'm sorry. This is tonight.
I know. I was late, actually, so I didn't even say anything. I don't even know what the score of this game is, but I took the Pistons money line. They've been hot. Playing the Pacers. They're 20-18 now. This is a fun little story. Much like our Tigers, the Pistons have been playing really well. Cade is almost averaging a triple-double this year, which is crazy.
I had just heard about it. You know, I'm thinking this might
He's-
be the future to get. Let's get on the Pistons. And let's watch
Yeah,
that. And
Pistons
cheer
are-
for
You
it.
know what I saw this week? Their NBA odds are ridiculous too. Like they're towards the bottom teams right now.
Really?
Yeah. So I mean, I think that would be a fun thing to do. We
It
should
could be
jump
another
on.
Tigers deal.
It could be. That's what I'm saying. So
I mean,
Ivy's out right now, right? That's why Cade.
Ivy's out for the year, but the thing is, they're also
year?
he's out for the year. I think
Broke his leg.
I thought he was out for the year, but
Hutchinson's not even done for the year.
he's done for the year. But the Pistons are also like a game or a game and a half out of the 4 seed. Like they're closer to the 4 seed than they are to the 10 seed.
I'm looking the odds up while
Let's do
you're
that.
naming your next pick here.
All right,
There you go.
Yeah, we talked about this already. I don't trust a guy that pencils in his beard with a Sharpie. So I'm gonna take Notre Dame's. I'm gonna take Notre Dame with the 8.5.
What does that mean?
Have you seen Ryan Dane's beard?
I think his
That don't
beard
look
is
real.
that's stupid. There's too much down here.
He's
Yeah,
got a
it says
Sharpie in it?
I mean,
I don't know if he's got a Sharpie.
A lot of
pretty
people say it
sure-
looks fake. It's like colored.
It's funny. If you look through my text, I texted College Football Joe. I'm like, I
not-
fucking
that's
hate Ryan
offensive.
Dane's
can we
beard.
bring up Ryan Dane's beard on the show?
Oh,
For
I
Darryl?
got a lot to pull up right now. Hold on. Let me start with the Pistons here. So we want Pistons to win the whole thing.
All right, what's
Eastern Conference.
What's the Eastern
Eastern
Conference?
Conference. Okay, hold on. I'll look this up. Southeast, Western, Eastern Conference winner.
By the way, if you have High Point Longwood, you're in for a hell of a game tonight.
It's been a classic.
Yeah,
It's been
dude,
an
you can
instant
get
classic.
what is that? 500 to 1.
500 to 1. I'm jumping
At
on that right
FanDuel.
now. FanDuel.
500 to 1.
Rich, what do you got down?
500 to
$1.50?
1.
I'm gonna throw $15 down on the Pistons.
That-
That's not. Why not? 500 to 1?
Yeah,
That's
You guys-
a pretty good
what,
deal.
You guys want to do 20?
I'm thinking
20?
1,000.
I'll throw it to you.
1,000.
Yeah.
That'd be a $500K return.
Let's do. I'll
If
put it
if you got
on one
1,000,
account. We'll just like.
knock yourself out.
I don't
Throw me in
have
for
I don't
20.
have
You
1,000.
want 20?
Put me in
I'll
20.
Venmo you
Yeah,
20
20
right now.
each.
Everybody 20? Daryl, 20?
I'll Venmo
Okay.
Rich right
All
now.
right, we'll throw $80.
You have a FanDuel on that, Rich? It's
I don't. I'm only a DraftKings
Don't
guy.
forget it.
okay. DraftKings, it's only 250 to 1.
FanDuel, you said?
It's got to be FanDuel
about,
or ESPN's 500.
ESPN I got.
Okay,
I'll do ESPN.
500 to 1.
Gotcha.
All right.
Wait, what's the best one?
Either ESPN or FanDuel.
And this is Eastern Conference?
Correct.
All right.
Correct. Just out of curiosity, let me see what it is to
It'll be fun to track for the show, too.
win the whole thing. That's got to be huge. Let me look here.
I don't think it's much bigger than that, though. Like, you remember that stat you had on the Tigers where
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? Like, you only have them to win it was like much lower to win the, you had good odds on them winning the, I don't know, what the hell? What league are they in?
Whatever. At
God,
one
I got
point,
so many-
it was the exact same.
Yeah,
I was like,
exactly.
well, that's kind of a no-brainer. Pistons to win the whole thing. Detroit Pistons. Are they not even available? No, that couldn't be. Suns. Detroit Pistons. Best you can get 900 to 1.
And we're doing 500 to
We're
1
doing
on
500
that.
to
That's
1.
pretty good odds on
Yeah.
Well, let's see how they do. Maybe a couple weeks we'll jump on the NBA. Let's see if they hang around for
I
a
think
while.
that's a good idea. It's a good idea. Did you talk? You talked about Notre Dame.
I did. I don't know if anybody else did.
All right, buddy. Tones, you're up here,
Yeah,
pal. This
I'm
was
up.
tonight. I'm sorry again. I forgot to bring this up.
This one's looking very good because Wings are up 4-2 in the middle of the third. So you got the Wings plus 1.5. The over's already hit, and Florida would have to score 3 goals pretty quickly for me to lose this bet. So I'm cashing that plus 289.
Nice. Plus 289.
Dunzo.
Excellent.
I should have took the money line.
This was also tonight. God, Tones.
Gavel Senators. I don't know what the score is on this one, but I got over 5.5 on that. I'll take a look. And you can look on the next one, Capitals Senators.
While he's doing that, I have a $25 bonus bet that it can only be used at FanDuel on NBA.
Oh,
Should I just
Can
put
you
that
use
on
that in
the
the future?
should I-
Put
yeah.
that in the NBA championship.
yeah.
I'm going to
And
put it
we'll
on
jump to that.
the
We'll
Eastern
jump.
Conference, right?
Well,
At plus
what do you-
50,000?
Yeah, I got plus 50,000 too. I'm putting it's $80 to win 40 grand.
Nice. Yeah, put that $25 on. Well, I'll kick it on that too.
Yeah, I'll kick out of that too. Whatever.
Yeah, why not?
We'll
Anthony?
net it out, Daryl. It's all good.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it.
Tones, you also had the Flyers and the Islanders. These
yeah.
were all going off tonight, dude.
Was
That's
that
okay.
done?
I didn't think about
This
it.
one's no. End of the second, Flyers up 3-1. So I need 2 goals in the third period for that to cover.
They have to break right now.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
3-1.
That's probably
Four
gonna.
goals.
That's probably gonna come home
That's
too.
a good shot.
Dang, man.
Yeah, I think like I mentioned earlier, this game will be close, maybe at halftime, and Lions will creep away with this win by 10 to 2 TDs.
So, breaking ESPN won't let me to put more than $20 on this bet.
Really?
Can you put everything on that?
On
I can
On-
just if Tony
at-
send me money, I can just send you money.
at ESPN?
No, ESPN won't let me put more than $20 on the Detroit the futures bet for some reason.
Do you
That's
only
it?
do you only have $19 in your account?
No, I do not. Which is funny.
That was funny.
Funny.
That was funny.
You're funny. Shane, why you gotta be such a jerk?
So
What did I do to you, huh? I mean,
What's up right now?
should I not give you a bank loan when you needed it, Jim?
no.
Mary!
Old
Take
man,
everything from me.
old man Potter. Oh, Potter.
Oh, I see what you're doing here. I see.
Potter, he only cares about himself. See? He only cares about himself.
Now you threw in the shade.
No.
The shade.
No.
No, see,
No.
that's a Jimmy
No.
Stewart. No. Yeah.
No, Potter is the only thing he cares about is Potter's Park. See? Potter's Park.
C, there's a C.
He
C-
doesn't
C
care
roads are-
about the rest of us. He doesn't care about this
C.
town. What town do they live
That
in?
was good. They lived in Oh, fuck.
If we could mix me and Daryl's voices,
He only cares about Potterville. He doesn't care about us.
that's not bad.
That's
Pretty
pretty
well,
good. That's really good, actually.
Where did it start with a B, right? Bailey? No, he was Bailey.
It was George Bailey. They
I'm
lived
George
in-
Bailey. See?
C. Mm-mm. Keep throwing the C.
I'm
in.
George Bailey.
Yeah, there it is.
I've been here for 40 years. I lived here. I grew up here. Jimmy, I saw you when you drowned in the pond. I pulled you out. Remember that? You lost your hearing.
Yeah.
Mildred, you used to order the Fizzy Whizzes at the shop.
Mary.
We used to go swimming at Edmund's Hole.
It's almost February. We're still talking about this. That's a great movie. It's
Pretty
a great
good.
movie.
Great movie.
Great movie.
Great. Daryl, can you get $80 on
Can you get it on there? If not, I'll
At whatchamacallit?
the FanDuel.
FanDuel.
Or
I got
breaking
it.
news, we're gonna have to each put 20.
Yeah, it's not really going to be that exciting. If we
Eastern
each have-
Conference. I got 25 originally, so should I get 75 more?
Sure, let's just do 25 each. Why not? Let's get crazy.
75. Woo! Place bet.
You guys ever Tones? When's the last time you've been to a Ravens game?
It was probably March. I'm gonna be going to one.
You ever listen to it on the radio when they score? They're like, "Woo!" And everyone goes, "Woo!"
Like Ric
You
Flair's
hear, like-
coming through the doors there? Yeah. Love it. Okay, Tones, did you say about the Lions?
I don't even know if I finished my picks.
Yeah,
Yeah, you did.
I'm with Rich on this. As I mentioned, I think the Lions will
I picked this.
break away in the fourth quarter and make it a double-digit win.
Parlay.
I liked how the Rams were playing. I think they're going to get Eagles.
What'd you say,
fits,
Jimmy?
And I like
Parlay.
the over 44.5 on this combo deal. So
Okay, guys, this is a same game parlay.
same game parlay.
Was that?
And I'm right with Rich. I think this will be
Parlay.
within a touchdown. This game it'll come down to a defensive
It's not a
struggle,
parlay.
and
Well, this one's not.
Disagree.
it'll be within a touchdown, 3 to 7 point range. Still,
Is that it? No, you got, I think you got another one here, Tones, don't you?
you got
No,
one.
you don't. You're done.
I'm done.
Oh.
You're done. Moving
you-
on to
You wish you had this one.
Oh.
Guess what? It's not too late. You can get down on this right now.
You can
It's
get
not
on it.
too late. Show us the teaser.
wow,
3
done.
teams,
I
6
think your-
points.
God, your picks look like mine now.
Smart man. Lions minus 2.5. That was 8.5. We already talked about this ad nauseum.
Teaser.
I like this better than the number I have in real life, which is 3.5. That was back on like Monday or Sunday, and now it's gone down a point. It was 9.5, and it's down to 8.5. People are jumping on the Foreskins bandwagon. The Chiefs minus 8.5 down to 2.5. I think they're each going to win by at least 3 points. That gives me at least a half a point of leeway. And then the third leg of that was the Bills.
Just listening to the feedback. Sorry, there.
The spread was 1.5, I think.
Yeah, I think something like that.
So I bump it up to 7.5.
Bumped it up.
You gotta like that. Not really. I mean, like I say, why wouldn't I just take Baltimore getting
You're a smart man, Dubs.
Yeah.
5?
You don't have to question yourself.
Hindsight's 20/20, Eddie.
That's
say.
what I did.
I don't know why you're good.
Yeah,
You like
I'd leave it
Baltimore,
alone.
but you like the home dog getting the points.
And
Let's
by
go.
the way, my beautiful wife chimed in. She says, I've been carrying around my phone just to listen to the Jimmy Stewart It's a Wonderful Life quotes. Yeah.
No.
No. Don't ruin it now.
No, Casey.
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it.
I know it is tough to do Jimmy like outside like the quotes, right? Like Casey. I mean, it doesn't work the
That
same.
just sounds fucking weird. Yeah. I know what you mean. That's
Right.
hard.
Does Casey, what does that stand for? What's the K and the C stand for?
That's actually KASEY.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's not just like it's
not
not like the
KC.
Sunshine
It's
Band.
Casey at bat.
Son of a bitch.
Actually, it would be like KC at the bat, but with a K instead of a C. At the
Right.
beginning.
Well, yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
That wasn't with the K, though.
That was not with the K. You got the Lions, Chiefs, Buckeyes.
Casey, I remember you down on Main Street at the Good Old Boys Festival. The parade. When you tripped and you skinned your knee. We were at Tivoli's at the pizza.
That's some Richmond. There you go.
Down at the Ford. The Ford car lot there.
That's who is that?
A Shepherd's.
Who's the? No, it's not Shepherds. It's
It was Shepherd's when we were kids.
Oh, who's the guy? Who's the guy in Richmond?
The man with the patch.
Living is a vacation.
That's not fucking Bill Lee. Yeah, horse's
Bill-
ass. That's Oldsmobile.
Bill,
It was Shepherd's. Shepherd's and
Who's the
Ford.
guy? Who's the guy?
When we used to hang out at the Kmart by the Secretary of State
Casey says,
at the Burger King.
what the fuck? Yeah.
WTF? That's a little harsh.
But
That's
you grew
a
up in
lot.
Richmond, so you got to modify that.
Yeah.
Remember the Good Old Boys Festival with the
Ghetto
bands and
Boys.
the parade. Remember the parade?
Dick Hoover's. Yeah, Dick Hoover. Who said that?
Hoover.
Dick, it said Hoover. But I know
Hoover.
it's Dick Hoover.
No, it's Hoover.
Or it's, I don't think it's Hoover. Let's get these pics done. And it was Shepherd
We watched
Lincoln. It
the
was Shepherd
fireworks.
Lincoln.
Hang on, but
Shepherd Lincoln. You were right.
No, it was Ford. Mercury Shepherd.
Well, she says it was Shepherd Lincoln.
You know, the sad part is Jimmy Stewart probably had more career outside. It's a wonderful.
Yeah, I think he did.
Didn't he have a movie where it was a courtroom drama? Give me
12
that.
Angry Men?
I don't know what it was, Daryl. That was
He was
Gregory
in Rear
Peck, I
Window
think.
when he was all fucked up. With
He was
his
fucked
leg.
up.
I think
Rear
that was
Window?
a
I
character
thought he had a bad
portrayal.
ear.
I don't
Well, no,
think it was.
he didn't actually break his leg, Daryl. I understand that.
He was deaf in his left ear.
Was he really?
No, just for the movie. He
Oh,
was.
for the movie. Okay, jeez.
I'm a mite deaf in my left ear.
I know you're upset about your son. But stop slapping me in my bad ear, mister. See, that was young Jimmy.
I'm a
young
trifle.
Jimmy.
I'm a trifle deaf in the left ear.
it's young Jimmy Stewart.
It was young Jimmy
I
Stewart.
don't know about that. Nah, it wasn't that. That wasn't very good.
I know you're upset about your son, mister.
Can we get these pics done? What was that?
We used to go to Tivoli's. Tivoli's Pizza. With old man Roberts.
Oh man.
You
All
get the
right.
pepperoni pie.
I gave it to Daryl today. Like,
This is like this should have been like pre-Christmas show. No.
Yeah, we're doing this now. That's what I'm
Like, we
saying. It's
were
almost
picking our
February.
like best songs. We were like,
Yeah.
we were
Should have been doing our best Jimmy Stewart's.
I give up. He outlasted me today. He got me.
How about the
Remember on Friday nights we'd put our chairs out for the good old boys parade.
good old boys?
Smoke got me.
Okay.
We wait out all
Hey.
night.
I got bronchitis.
Case.
I love when Toad
Is that?
chimes
It's
in with
Chris, it sounds like Christopher
like the
Walken when Toad
Goodfellas.
does.
No.
I got bronchitis. What? Got bronchitis.
It got me. Good Lord, not today.
Yeah. Oh man.
We go to the Dairy Queen and old man Robert's Dairy Queen. I get a double, and you'd get a single with some
Ain't
vanilla.
nobody got time for that.
This is great. All right.
What,
Can we,
what the hell are we
please
talking
do
about?
picks? I gotta take a leak.
Oh my god. I gotta go get my daughter soon.
my friends, is what you call a money line parlay.
Okay.
It's the Lions and the Chiefs and the Buckeyes.
That looks like terrible odds for this.
Really?
Is somebody vacuuming downstairs?
Yeah.
That's next door.
What am I hearing?
That's in the studio next door. This is a
like
Lion.
loud.
Now think about this, Rich. The Lions
What
are
the frick is that?
Lions are 10-point favorites.
minus 400 something money line.
You can hear it more with the headphones on. How weird is that?
What's going on? Is
What is that?
Uncle Vinny's vacuuming?
I think they're.
Oh, it stopped.
No.
No,
Oh,
it's
no, there it is.
You need to put that hearing tuning thing up to 16.
Wow. Yeah, I guess so. what the hertz are on that. Okay. Sorry, go ahead, D-Dub.
Mary, you were vacuuming that night.
Every time I show
You were
up,
vacuuming, and I was trying to get some sleep.
What do you mean you don't know
I was
who I
trying to
am?
get some sleep.
What do you mean you know who I am?
Anyhow, it's the Lions, the Chiefs, and the Buckeyes money line.
Yeah.
Now, the Lions and the Chiefs are over 400, right?
Yeah.
So you expect them to win? I mean, these are like sure things.
Sure
what I'm
things.
saying is that any of these teams could lose, and I would not be surprised. Like, why am I betting minus 112 on 3 teams to win?
I
It
don't
sounds
think
like
any
bees.
of these.
talking
This is
about?
like bees.
Bees. It's it's got to be a vacuum.
I
It
think
sounds
they're-
like a vacuum.
They're hibernating this time of year.
Yeah, I hope so.
Anyways, good pick.
Jimmy's got
Let's
some
move on.
bees. Got some bee fears.
Hey, we got women's tennis here, Dubs.
Are you a big women's tennis fan, Jimmy?
I like the women's tennis. I'm a big Danielle Collins fan.
Did I spell Danielle right?
Sounds like an
Looks
author.
about right to me.
L's are not looking.
I thought she was retiring.
Did you hear what she said after yesterday's victory?
Nope.
She beat an Australian to pulp, and they were booing her.
Oh.
She said, "I like, when they boo, that's just more paychecks for Danielle Collins."
Okay, good for her, man. I like Danielle Collins. She's cool. So you got
So-
her plus 230 against Madison Keys.
I don't like Keys. I don't like her one bit. I don't like F. Scott Fitzgerald Keys or whatever his name was.
It's got the drill keys.
I don't. I don't. I don't cotton to her.
Okay.
In fact, in their last big match was that final in the tournament
You might be
before.
racist.
Is she not white?
Non-white.
She's a non-white.
Oh, that makes
Okay.
you racist that you said that.
Non-white.
What's that?
Rich, I think you're right. I never said that before.
The first time for
I think
everything.
you're right, Rich.
Yeah.
I think you're 100% right.
Jeez.
I shouldn't have said it like that.
That was terrible.
Doesn't make sense.
Terrible.
I didn't know what Jim was
Terrible.
getting at, and then when I said that, you're right. It doesn't sound like I'm racist.
Don't worry.
Yeah,
Don't
it
worry.
does.
Anybody get anywhere in this
And you
world.
said I don't cotton, and you threw cotton in there, and then there's all kinds of things.
then you
What's wrong-
reference a movie that
What a-
only white people won Oscars.
Yeah, dog whistles, as we call them, that you're doing right now.
Dog whistles.
Yeah, a lot of dog whistles.
What's
You ever
that?
hear that? I don't know. People say that like when people say shit that's totally just normal that people would say, and they dog whistling racism. You ever heard that?
I never
Picking
heard tell
cotton.
of that one.
Oh man,
Something like that.
Cotton
what's
picking.
that?
Cotton picking.
Yeah, like cotton picking, or I don't cotton to that. Whatever. Jaden Daniels, anytime TD. What are you thinking behind this
Ooh,
one?
I think you could score.
Plus 175.
I think you could run one in. Yeah.
I like that a lot, Daryl. I'm on board. Jumping on
I don't
board
know.
on-
I mean, it's one of those things. Like either he does or he doesn't. So that should be 50-50.
Plus 175. Okay.
I
Yeah.
mean, when they're down 40 to 10, I
That's
give them a
decent.
touchdown.
With the juice, this should be minus 110. It's plus 175. So
Let's do it.
I'll probably lose it, but with the H,
Hey, nothing,
It's cool to be
ain't
gay,
no
though.
nothing but a G thing, baby.
baby. Here we go. I got.
Oh, dear
These
Lord.
are 6-point teasers
This
right
has been
here.
your downfall this year.
I keep doing it. Like a fucking idiot. So I'm gonna go with the. This is 6-point teaser. This
It's
is
like
all
losing
NFL.
12 hands in a row in blackjack. You just
I'm
can't
gonna
give
keep
it up.
going. Keep going until I get it right.
Until you win one.
So we got the Texans plus 14.5. I got the Rams plus
Sure.
12. I got the Bills plus 7.5, and the Lions laying 2.5. You tell me what's wrong with that.
One of
Jimmy.
them's going to be wrong, Jim.
I know which one is it.
Could be the Texans.
Here's the deal.
Could be the Bills.
Which one is it?
I would say most likely the Bills if something goes haywire.
If something goes haywire.
Anybody
could be
would
the
tell you
Texans.
that the NFL is the hardest one to pick, right?
Yeah, no, I understand.
And at this point in the season, the playoffs, right,
Oh, even harder.
should be pretty dialed into that line.
Yeah, that's what they say.
So any genius should be able to pick any team in a teaser,
And come out on top.
be fine.
So you're saying
Now, if
you
you had the Chargers last week, that's a problem.
Yeah, I had the Chargers last week.
That was a
I had
problem.
the Chargers plus 3.5 in the teaser. That one didn't even come home.
No, but for the most part,
So you love this.
So yeah, I love this, and,
You're gonna
and
back
I mean, I love it in the sense that how many games are there this week?
Four.
Baby.
Four.
that-
So probably
Yeah,
three.
wings, cash.
Cash, baby.
probably 3 of the 4 are going to be fine in the teaser
Oh,
format.
fucking pissed.
Yeah, I would think so.
You know what I mean?
Damn it.
So yeah, you might get one wrong, and then you're effed.
I did a Wings bet at the beginning of the season for Stanley Cup, and then that odds went down a lot. But then they
Well-
coach changed, and now they're like
Not bad.
8-2 since the coach.
I'll tell you what, next week
I
we
was
should
sitting
probably all
next to
jump
you.
$25
Yeah.
on the Wings winning the Stanley Cup.
That could be another one.
I was sitting next to you when you did it.
Yeah, you were. In the
I mean, to beat the Panthers, that's a statement.
they went on the road 5-2, beat
That's a statement.
the Stanley
We should
Cup
jump on
defending
the,
champions.
Let's jump on the Wings next week for $25.
Yeah, let's do the Wings.
Did Gerald? Did you get them all in on DK?
I did.
All
I
right,
did.
so I owe you 25
Everybody owes me 25. Yes.
plus tones,
That's
whatever you sent me.
WC
Did you send me
Fields,
anything,
Jimmy.
I said
Don't be confused.
Send me 20 or 25.
Oh,
So you-
yes.
so you-
See?
Just send Daryl 5 then. You send me 20.
All right, here's the last pick of the night. This is also a teaser, a 6-point teaser. I'm going to throw in some college football, which normally you wouldn't want to do on a
See,
teaser.
I almost
I'm
said
doing
suck
it.
guys, but instead I replaced it with
I put it in honor of Tones. I said suck eyes, even though I'm probably a bit of a Buckeyes fan. So I got the Bills plus 7.5. I got the Lions laying 2.5, and then I'm taking the suck eyes laying 2.5. Again, these are like prime teaser numbers.
See, this is 3 games at plus 160. I can get on board with this one.
I like
It seems
this
like
one.
way better odds.
This one's better, I think.
Yeah, you like this one?
I like this one better.
All right, there you go.
bad.
2 units on that. There's 2 units on the last one too. So
Yeah.
I'll be back in the lead on
The
the
difference
NFL.
was he had the dog and the Bills.
I like the Bills.
Yeah, I like the Bills too. I like the Bills at 1.5, but I didn't do it.
Was that trivia question, Jim?
Yeah, I like
You,
it's
you
funny. I
got a
have
little cowardly in your older age.
that. I wouldn't say cowardly. It's just
Well, you wouldn't take the Bills getting
I only had so much time.
Daryl, did you guess Mike Tomlin on this?
Who was the first? Black.
No,
slash.
I guessed
Well, I thought we said it
Tony
was. Damn it!
Tony D.
I thought he did win it with the Colts, didn't he? That's who I have.
That's what I have.
See, I thought you said when it was super obvious you're going to take Tomlin.
No, I had Tony. What's his nuts?
Dungy.
I'll put him up here.
Tony D.
All right, D-Dub says Tony Dungy.
I thought we
I
said
Tone.
it was-
I added an E. I think that's
I don't think
wrong.
that's correct
Tony-
spelling, though, for a big spelling
Dun-
guy.
Dungy?
Dungy.
Dungy. Tony Dungy.
Richie says Tony and then capitalized Dungy.
Yeah, because I knew everybody, like, I'm a good speller, but everybody makes fun of me.
Yeah, you did spell it right. Correct answer. That's Tony Dungy.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm buying the beer
What
next
happened
week.
to Tone's pick?
He
I
said,
didn't see it.
Oh, he said Tony Dungy.
Oh, he did. Good.
Yeah, you guys all got it
It
right.
didn't feel right. It didn't feel like that 2006 would be the first time a person of color could win a
Did he? No, with
Win a
Tampa
Super
Bay,
Bowl.
though, did he?
lost.
He lost it, yeah.
That's why they brought
Didn't
in
they?
Gruden.
Wasn't
Yeah.
there a trade of some sort? Like when they traded Gruden to
Gruden was traded to Tampa,
Tampa Bay.
from
to Raiders.
The
From
Raiders.
they
And
might
then
have had
he-
to give something to the Raiders.
But the year
possibly.
before, the Raiders lost. I don't know. What,
with Rich Gannon.
Rich
the
Gannon.
Raiders lost to who that year?
I thought Tampa. Am I wrong on that?
Yes, I think you're right.
And then Tampa beat who?
The Raiders.
Was it? No.
I feel like Tampa Bay beat the Raiders in the Super Bowl, but
They did.
they didn't play back to back though.
I'm confused.
I know I am too.
The
Was it Tampa
the
versus?
Buccaneers with John Gruden beat the Raiders with his replacement, which was a goofy.
Wait. So Gruden went
Goofy
to
looking
Tampa from the Raiders, and then they played in the Super Bowl the next year.
Yes, and now Tampa lost. I think they lost on the NFC Championship game, and that's why they fired Dungy.
to the Rams.
I think
They should
10
have
to
fired.
6.
Why did they fire Dungy for that?
I think
because
Dungy
he
was kind of
That
done.
was
had
racist.
about 5 years of good teams,
They were
really
racist.
good
That was
teams
racist.
that couldn't get the
And
job
everybody
done.
wanted Dungy to come to the Pistons.
That would have been something different.
Well, crossover. Hey, by the way, Mima's chiming in the chat. She says, more trivia per dad. That's my dad. She says, Tony Dungy is from Michigan.
Yeah, so that's why
That's
Jackson.
why everybody was a
they
big.
were trying to get the Lions to.
Yes.
come on
I
board.
don't think it was the Pistons, though, Richard.
I didn't say the Pistons.
You did say
I
that.
did.
You just said the Pistons.
I rechecked that. Lions.
Chuck Daly had it
But there's
locked down.
Perry Watson, if you know anything
I did.
about
yeah.
the Michigan Wolverines.
Jalen Rose went to Southwestern Detroit, which is now defunct.
If you know, is that true?
Yep.
God damn.
Yeah.
If you know anything about the Michigan Wolverines, you don't want to talk about Perry Watson.
No. Rest in peace, though.
I kind of
Is
like
he
this.
dead?
He did.
Also-
I kind of like this Dusty May fella.
He's good.
I like this.
There's no doubt about that. He's a good coach.
If you know anything
Great
about
coach.
Michigan, Tony Dungy looks a lot like Gil Hill,
Go Hill.
doesn't he?
Not
Who was
Grant-
Inspector
not Grant
Todd?
Hill.
Former
No, not Grant Hill.
mayoral.
Beverly Hills cop.
Yeah,
Candidate?
Beverly Hills cop, former mayoral candidate.
Yeah, for sure.
City council.
Oh, Gil Hill, yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got that kind of death
How
look.
about Esther's second husband
How about Larry Koch?
in Sanford?
Larry Koch.
Who was
Larry
that
Koch.
guy?
We know what he looks like. I've never seen him before.
He does look like Larry Koch.
you
He's got
remember
those sunken
Esther's-
eyes.
I don't remember Esther's second husband.
Pull that up.
All right, then we got to do shout outs to get the hell out of here.
Oh my gosh.
All right, hold on. Esther's. How do I do? Esther's second husband, I guess.
Whatever.
Should that be
I'll
enough?
get
or just
Moving on.
Esther's
Flyers and Islanders over. My other bet.
Boom. That's that
Bam.
tone.
Oh, Tones,
I'm
you're
up
crushing
to-
it.
I'm up plus 3.5.
Pistons blew for
First
me.
night.
Bummer.
That's great.
Glad no one got that pick. We can take that off the board.
Queen Esther in the Bible only had one husband, who was the King Ahasuerus of Persia.
No,
maybe
no.
add Sanford and Sons.
Yeah, put Sanford in there. I don't know if it was her second husband or her first husband, but only husband. I don't know. But if you see this guy, he's I think he might be what you're thinking about.
This better be close.
I have a bad feeling this is not going to work out. Who's this
better.
guy supposed to look like?
I don't remember.
Oh,
Who did you say, Jimmy?
I don't know, dude.
Tony Dungy?
Doesn't look like Tony Dungy. What are you talking about? You're
have to
looking
get
because they're
your-
both black.
memory check.
What? Does not look like Woody.
What are you talking about, dude?
What are you
know.
from Cheers?
Not even close. Now compare this to Gil Hill, who it does look like.
Gil Hill. He's got the Larry Koch
Yeah,
look.
I mean-
Larry Coker.
Can you bring up Gil Hill?
I'm gonna put Inspector
All right,
Todd.
put Uncle Vinny next to Larry Coker.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Inspector Todd. Yes, this guy does look like. There you go. Looks like Tony Dungy to me.
To me, that looks like
If Tony Dungy had hair.
that looks like
That
Esther's.
mustache.
That looks just like Esther's husband.
Oh, it didn't look like Esther. Maybe it is Esther's
Flip
second
it
husband.
back.
Well, hold on.
Oh my goodness gracious. We are off the
That
wheels
looks like
there.
the same guy.
It does not look like
Yeah,
the same
Dungy's
guy.
more like milk chocolate.
Look,
No,
this
but
guy has
let's
a,
see this guy,
tooth,
right?
a tooth missing.
Okay, here's this guy. Now flip to Gil Hill, please.
He's missing a tooth.
He is
Okay.
not.
Yes, he is. No chance.
He's
He's got the more Larry Coker.
What the hell are you talking about?
He's skinny and his eyes are like
Larry Coker.
sunken.
No, that looks like Tony Dungy to me, though.
Okay, versus the other guy. Pull the other
Yeah,
guy
this
up.
guy looks a lot more like Tony
Now pull
Dungy.
up. Now pull up the last guy.
Now
pull up Tony Dungy.
Now let's pull up all the
He does
Asians
not.
and we'll
This
match them
guy
up.
looks
Tony
like nobody.
Dungy's a lighter shade of pale, if you ask me.
He's almost white. Tony Dungy.
You gotta find Dumbo.
That's racist.
Dumbo might be the closest thing to Tony Dungy right here.
Yeah,
Dear
now if
Lord.
he had hair, he looked like Gil Hill.
I think in hindsight,
All right.
we were both wrong.
I think.
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so.
You really think that Gil Hill looks like Tony Dungy?
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
do
think
think
you're
like
crazy, Hugh.
Yeah,
I
I do.
promise you that you're wrong.
All right.
That Esther's husband looks more like Gil Hill than Gil Hill looks like
Go Hill.
Tony Dungy, and I mean 3-1.
No.
Wow.
No.
Just name that black guy, Daryl.
Yeah.
Dave Bing.
That's
anybody?
just,
I
yeah.
think they both look like Dave Bing a little bit, in my
Let's
opinion.
lump them all
my
together.
God.
Wow, it has gone off the rails.
Slightly
Even
all
Tones is
look
looking
like
like a straight man here. All of a
Easy.
sudden.
All right, Rich, how about some shout outs?
Probably repeating
Shout
them, but you know what? Shout out to LAFD. I don't know what you guys said about before, but hey, thanks for the sweatshirts. A lot of people just think it's a bunch of rich people living out there, but there are normal people like us too that are affected by this, and that
Just
sucks.
don't donate
Compton.
to Oprah for rich people houses. That's a sham. So
You know what though?
Shout
I don't. And those guys probably don't make a whole lot on the LAFD. So you know what? Those
support
guys-
them. Shout out to Jay Leno too, right?
Jay Leno, sure.
Shout
Whatever
out.
Tone says, I'm on board with that. And then Lauren, feel better, and let's go Lions. Let's get an NFC Championship in the house.
Shout. You're talking about Lauren, the realtor?
Realtor Lauren not feeling
your-
good. She's
Lauren,
down.
your
She's
daughter.
under the
Get better. Norovirus?
under weather. Noro could be Doro. We're trying to determine.
It's all over the place right now.
It is. She has something that Tony Dungy was spreading around last week.
Oh, gee, it all comes back to Tony Dungy. Wow, sickle cell.
We saw him.
Shout out.
It could be very well sickle cell. We're I'm really
Diabetes.
trying to narrow it down right now.
LFA.
Ella Fitzgerald?
Yeah. We're still the one in the back
middle
of the
child,
bus.
Michael, I was out last week because he had a little procedure. He was braver than the champ.
Does he get
And-
officially circumcised now?
No, he had
Okay.
long procedure,
I'm glad he's
but
feeling
he
it.
was tougher than I would have been. So, and he's back doing his normal thing. So
All
good for him. Neighbor Greg, happy birthday! I'm gonna come by and bring a nice bottle of whiskey over to you shortly.
I recommend long
Of course,
branch.
it's half drank now. But
Nah,
thanks, Greg. Happy birthday to Rich.
And Bob Duker, my favorite Mr. Belvedere actor. So
Just a bit outside.
that's about outside. So
I don't know how they're laying off
Greg, it's your
these ones.
birthday. You remember I brought you a spot of whiskey to birthday 45.
you gotta remember me.
I think it's lost it. I think it's lost its charm.
He does.
That's it for Daryl.
He does like over. It's the first time I watched the movie in full, and he's just like over exaggerating like
I
everything.
think that's the way people
Makes it
talked
funny.
back in the 40s.
That was like normal.
What? What? Can't somebody lose $8,000?
Shut up.
What's $8,000? Amongst a bunch of friends
You'll bury me
in
for
the
that.
city. We grew up together. Jimmy saw you in the pond. You slid. You fell in. You lost your hearing.
Shut up.
I rescued you. I got malaria.
That's not very good. Okay. And
Shout out.
Shut up.
I got three people. I got neighbor
I
Greg.
didn't even get one.
I thought you were okay. Go
Shout
ahead.
out to Tony
Shout out.
Dungy. God damn. What more does a man have to do?
Why didn't you come
First
to the
black
Lions?
fella to lead a team to the NFC Championship game. First one.
Yeah.
Unless you're counting Wayne Fonts.
Shut up.
He was Mexican, wasn't
Person of color.
Cuban.
Nevertheless,
he? Cuban? Remember that?
by God, you got it done. You went to Minnesota Golden Gophers instead of going to Michigan State, but by God, you made the most of it. God bless you. Thank you for your service, and thank you for being a beacon of light
Tony
for all
Dungy.
the young African-American boys like me out there in the 80s.
Shut up.
Total shout out. Okay. I got neighbor Greg.
Shut up.
Hey, happy birthday, pal.
Shut up.
I
Shout
got two mics in my life. There's only two in my life. One of
mics?
which is my brother. Turned 39 this week.
Shut up.
Happy birthday!
Shout out to my brother.
Michael.
You've got more mics than that, Jimmy.
Do I have? I might have more mics.
You got like 20 mics.
I got a lot of mics, but M-I-K-E-S.
I thought you were talking
Shut
about
up.
your mics you bring to the show. Here.
No.
Oh.
And then I got one more mic, Kosher Mike.
Shut up.
He's turning 40 this week, so
40?
shout out
Happy
Kosher
birthday!
Mike.
Shut up.
That's younger than me.
That is young. Yeah, he's a young.
Who's running the square?
Come on.
Yeah.
Is that square
Yeah,
man?
he's running the squares.
Square man.
And I think
No.
Are we in on the squares?
Yeah, we're gonna
think
do.
that'll
Are we doing a group? We're doing a group
Yeah, we're
square,
doing
right?
it. Yeah, I say we
All right,
need
listen.
one or two.
I'm going to the drawing
Yeah.
at Twin Peaks in a couple weeks, so I
Okay.
could bring the funds to them.
I will bring the funds then.
You want to do two guys? Two? Wow.
To you guys.
Whatever you guys want. I don't.
We picked one square out already.
Oh, we
so
got one. Can we get another one?
We could ask them if there's some available.
Daryl, you win? Jim?
Sure.
Makes no difference to me.
Okay.
I'm
No
down.
matter.
I'll check with them to see if there's any.
125, 250. What's
Yeah.
the difference?
Right.
Yeah.
We're gonna win the Pistons bet anyway.
We won last year. We were playing with house money, baby.
House money.
House
You're right.
House money.
House
Let's
money.
go.
All right, guys. We will see you in 1 week
Peace.
from today.
I gotta run.
That's true. Richie's got to go. I got to
Go
find the
Lions.
Go
outro
Lions!
button. There it is.
We'll see
Yeah,
you at the
go
NFC
Lions.
Championship
See you
game.
guys.
Bye bye.
Daryl's got to pee.
Oh,
Jesus
okay.
Christ. This guy's fucking moving.
Wow, he's cold.